Oh, we're live.
Go.
It is October 27th, the year of our Lord 2021. This will be the last one before Halloween. But yeah, there you go. Woo! How you been, bud?
All right. Fine. We finished something up. Started.
You're cutting in and out there, guy. Just so you know.
Am I?
Yep.
Hold on. Check the microphone. Here,
That's fine. I can talk.
We know.
Anyway. Ha.
So finally finished up. Took months to do. Couple.
Yeah, your microphone sucks, dude. I saw Dune. Did you see Dune?
Yeah.
You did you go to the movie theater or did you tune in on the small screen?
There we go. It was on the computer microphone. No, I stayed at home. I'm glad I did because that would have pissed me off if I went to the movie theater.
Why?
Just the ending. I wasn't expecting it to be a two-parter.
Oh, everybody. I mean, okay, you didn't know, but
I thought it would be, I actually didn't even know how long it was. I thought it'd be like a 3-hour movie. I didn't think 1 3-hour movie, not 2.5 or 2 hour, whatever it was.
It was 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Was it? But yeah, I didn't know it was going to be a two-parter. I had my suspicions about halfway through. I was like, this is moving too slow. Yeah. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Have you read the book?
I didn't finish it. I listened to one of the audiobooks going on a road trip, and I didn't finish it. But and I seen the other movie, the one with Sting in it.
No. Well, the director is well known for his grand scope, like and like giant establishing shots and things like that. So Dennis Villanueva, I believe, I could be incorrectly stating how to pronounce his name. So I mean, you can watch the movie and I'm sure it's fun to watch, but it on your TV. But man, I'm glad I saw it first on the big screen because it's super impressive. And yeah, and it follows the first, I'm guessing I'd say 55% of the first book. It's been a while since I read the first book.
Yeah,
I reread it about a year ago when I heard about the movie, and I was like, oh, I haven't read Dune in a while, so I picked up Dune and I reread it, and fished out my copy that has the because I had owned a copy, and then who knows what happened to it. And then when the movie came out, I wanted to reread it, and then so I got a copy, and my copy of the book is the one that has the cover, like the front of the movie on it, so it's like hey, we just had the big screen movie in 1984. So and I think on Amazon Prime you can watch that movie, the 84 one.
Yeah, it's
and
somewhere.
You can and it's the the director's cut or something, and it's like 3 hours and 10 minutes or something like that, if you're so inclined. And it's not, what, I rewatched that like as background noise while I was working a couple months ago, and it wasn't that bad. It's definitely weird and clunky in parts, but I mean, as far as especially the 3 hour thing, director's cut version of it, it's not that bad of a movie. I mean, I remember going to it. What's really cool is a childhood friend of mine. So I would have been in 1984. I would have been 12, 13 years old, I suppose. And and I had a friend who was a year younger than me. And my dad, who had read the book, took me and my friend to the movie because he really wanted to check it out. and then like my friend who like I'm friends with on Facebook, but like he lives in Alaska and he's like a like a he works for the government and as far as like for um fish and game, like that's what he does.
Yeah.
So he lives in Alaska and he's got a big giant beard and he's just an outdoorsman kind of guy. And he sent me a message out of the blue. He was like, I saw Dune and I remember it's like I flash back to like when your parents took us to go see that movie when we were kids. And he was like, I just remember both of us just having absolutely no idea what we just watched, but thinking it was just super cool. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that was kind of neat. That was kind of neat that we had that reconnection or whatever. But yeah, there you go. Scott, I know you didn't watch it in the movie theater. You watched it on your you got your own movie theater in your mansion, right?
I watched it on my computer. Yeah.
But you got those surround sound 60-inch screens and stuff, so
yeah. I felt adequately what's the word?
I don't know.
Satisfied by watching it.
Satisfied.
I mean, I thought it was cool.
Oh, I'm not going to be the person.
I like it.
I'm not going to be.
I could put
smack somebody.
I could put my screen on the other screen when I got bored. There was some boring parts in that movie.
Oh, see, I didn't get bored once throughout the entire movie. Mm-hmm.
Man, there were some long scenes there that were like unnecessary in my opinion.
Oh, see, I really like. Did you ever watch Blade Runner 2049?
Yes. Another boring movie, but yes.
Oh man.
Yeah,
okay.
I like it. It's boring though. They're boring. Come on.
I didn't think Dune was as bad as Blade Runner, but yeah, you're right. There were some slow parts. Like I was telling Lance, I didn't know it was a two-parter.
Oh my gosh, I was so disappointed when I found out that I'm like 3/4 of the way through the movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot it was only going to be half the story. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know at all. Lance was saying, "Did you watch it in the theater?" I was like, "I would."
Hey, don't worry. Second part's been greenlit. It's going to come out in 2023.
Yeah, right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
You'll be able to rewatch this one like 4 times.
Why didn't they shoot it all at once?
It is so boring. It just I
don't want to give any spoilers at all, but there was
a great movie. I'm not disputing that.
There was one moment that I really despised.
In Dune.
Mm-hmm. Like,
what moment was that?
I'll send it in the chat because I don't want to say it out loud.
Okay.
But I mean,
you know what I thought was awesome though? The voice. Holy shit, the voice was fucking awesome.
Oh, when they use the voice.
Yeah, that first time the voice is used.
Oh yeah.
You're like, and I had my speakers kind of loud, and I'm like, holy fuck, like blew me away. I had to rewind and watch it again. I remounted like the whole minute. And that scene takes a long time to get through. It's a good 2 minutes.
Yeah. My daughter and one of her best friends, this guy named Brendan, we went to it and we went to an IMAX and surround sound speakers, and
I bet it was pretty awesome.
Oh, it was.
Get the bass.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was just like
there's some cool stuff in the movie. I no doubt.
Whenever the like surround sound IMAX thing comes like that, they'll let you know that you're like I always do the Abraham Simpson from the Simpsons thing. Turn it up. Just like and my daughter.
The Bene Gesserit's outfits were pretty creepy. The Gom Jabbar was cool. I thought that would.
I thought the worm was cool.
I felt the original version of that was a little better, but.
I thought what they did with the worm was pretty cool.
What they do with the worm?
They changed it a lot. It used to have like, it used to look like the what was that movie with Kevin Bacon with the worms? It used to like where it opened up in 3 parts or something like that.
You're talking about what's the name of that Kevin Bacon movie? It's a good movie.
Yeah, I can't remember that. Tremors.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Tremors, yeah, but now it's just
they were more like totally CG'd, obviously, but like it's cool.
Yeah.
Nah, I said the thing in chat, and that's
Okay, let me look and see.
that's the thing that bugged me.
Yeah, those at the end.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I was just
those
kind of
are-
like,
What was wrong with that?
well, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, it's like they hinted at it earlier, and I'm not going to say that scene either because that's going to give something away or something.
Yeah.
They hinted at it earlier, and I thought that was perfect. It was
That's
like if
Yeah,
no. So like so they hint at it, and then you're like, okay, if you know the movie, if you've read the books, you know exactly what that's representing, right? And then they tease it and then take it away from you, which I thought was good because I was like, no, don't do that. And then they took it away, and I was like, good, they took it away. And then at the end, it was just kind of like, oh, and if you glance over here, check that out. I was just kind of like, what? No. I mean, the whole idea is that, whatever, that stuff is like supposed to be a rarity, right? It isn't supposed to be like,
yeah.
oh, hey, I gotta go get some
But in the
milk and
movie,
eggs.
it was pretty common.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, I don't know. I feel the Mentat got shortchanged.
Yeah.
There was no statement of mind. This stains the lips, which gives me the power. I don't know. What was I set my mind in motion, that whole thing.
Yep.
How could they not have that in the movie? It's like one of the best iconic lines.
I did like how the eyes went white.
That was awesome. I needed like 5 more of those.
Yeah, I mean, and it was such a and if you notice,
it was like, yeah,
that movie had exposition without having exposition, without being without like, how when you watch a movie and like
that was fan service for sure.
Well, no, but if you had no idea going in what's going on,
yeah,
the guy asked the question about something. How much did this trip cost? I mean, this is, and then
that's such a dumb question.
Well, no, and it's just like,
money that big a deal? I guess it is.
Well, who knows? I mean, like, and it's just like he asks the question, and then basically the guy pulls a C-3PO and like, normal human, but like, his eyes roll, and then like, and he comes back and he says exactly what the number is or whatever, because, and then you're like, okay, that make that if
21,578,000.
If you had no idea, like what Dune was or what that guy was or anything like that, you'd be like, okay, that guy is like a living computer. You would immediately say that, like, right. And so that was a great little bit of exposition.
But I mean, didn't the Harkonnens have a Mentat as well? He was the guy that was negotiating.
Oh yeah.
The starter cars.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Glasscock. Oh my god.
What
the hell? Oh my god.
I sent it to him.
Bitches.
What's up, man? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna wait for this to just to totally explode here. Look at this. Who moved the rock?
Whoa.
Yeah, Robert Burton just said, whoa.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Anthony?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Living life.
Living life. Where are you?
Yeah.
Everybody's typing in Anthony.
Anthony.
You still in New York? Did you get out?
No,
there?
I'm in Connecticut now.
Connecticut.
I bought a house in the middle of the woods. I'm writing a manifesto.
I can't believe you haven't. I can't believe you don't have your Cardboard Republic t-shirt on.
What?
You're not. I can't believe you don't have your podcast, Cardboard Jungle.
That's ancient history.
CBG.
I know.
Do you want me to get my school uniform out too?
Yes. Get little knickers.
Wasn't that long ago.
The school shoes.
So catch us up on your life from like the last time we saw you a couple years ago till now. Yeah.
Let's see. I bought a house. I got engaged. I got a dog and a cat. And that's it. You're all caught up.
Dog, cat, house.
And you're like just totally in tune with the board game world.
Nope.
And you've been like you've been recording countless hours of podcasts.
Nope. I completely walked away from board game.
That's hard to do.
No, it was kind of easy.
Oh, okay.
It And
I don't
the
know.
few times
Really
I've
hard for me.
crept back to look, I'm glad I left when I did.
Yeah. Chat demands to know if Anthony has seen Dune, the new movie.
I have not.
There you go. They got an answer.
Yeah.
I will see it. I'm not a Dune fanatic, so I didn't have to rush to go
It's
see
interesting how many people on my Facebook feed said they really liked the Lynch movie. I thought nobody liked that movie.
See, I mean, when I
love
saw
it,
I saw it when I was a kid, and I
Yeah.
didn't really understand it. But I was just saying before you showed up, I watched it like 2 months ago, like the
me too.
extended cut version.
Because it came
And I
on
was
HBO
like,
Max.
Yeah, it was either that or Amazon Prime, but yeah, probably HBO Max. And I was like, I thought I remembered it being horrible, but I was watching it and I was just kind of like, yeah, this.
The more you watch it, the more you get that movie, though. It has a lot of required knowledge of Dune to make it all the connections fit.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many movies you have to go back and watch now that you're older.
Yeah,
totally.
And how
like
many?
there's a lot of movies that people like got. We said they were great back when they came out. I remember seeing them and being like, oh, that was horrible. And then you go back and watch it and you realize that, oh, well, no, I just was too young to understand why it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can I apologize. Can I tell a quick story? Because this is
quick.
It's not so much
a quick story for a normal person or a quick story for Lance?
A quick story for me.
You might want to put the phone down there, right?
So no. So this
my arm's gonna fall asleep.
Yeah. This is not a this is like kind of a grievance, but not really.
Yeah, why did they take the pugs out of that movie? Pugs were a thing in that movie. Were the pugs in the book?
I believe so.
In the beginning, the original one, yeah. They changed it to the bull now. They focus more on the bull.
Oh yeah, the bullfighting. I forgot about the bullfighting. Which I mean, obviously will come into play at some point in this movie.
Oh yeah, it's got to have some
foreshadowing.
You know what my favorite part of Dune is?
Sand?
No, when Violet has the gum and then turns into a blueberry.
yeah, that's good. That's
my favorite part.
The remake
Violet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No. So when my daughter and I and her friend were getting ready to go to the movie, we went to like the local Walgreens to go get boxes of movie candy, and because everybody sneaks candy in, and we went there.
Everybody.
And well, not everybody, but most people did. And we went there, and her friend Brendan was talking about something. We were talking about his dad, who's a nice guy, who is he's a professor at a local college, and he just said, "Where did you go to college?" And I said, "Oh, I told him what college I went to," and then I just happened to say, it's like I never graduated though. And he's like, "You didn't graduate?" I was like, "No, I mean, I went a couple of years, and it just really wasn't for me." And so then I
didn't know that.
Oh yeah, just
what was your major?
Well, just let me tell my story, okay?
Story, Scott. The fuck.
Go.
So I went, and then I left with the idea that I go back, but then just kind of life just took me in a different direction, and I just never went back. And then so I was sitting there, and we were waiting in line, and then we got up to pay for whatever, and the lady who's taking the money at Walgreens says to me, "If you didn't graduate college, what kind of job do you have?" And I just kind of looked at her, and I was
not possible to get a job without a college.
Or she said something like that, like kind of like, and I was just like, I said, I looked at her, and I said, "I'm homeless. I haven't had a job in years. I live in a van down by the river." I did. I was like, "What? How are you doing, nosy?" I said, I mean, and
that woman went to Harvard.
Yeah.
So
she's still paying it off.
So I was just like, and I was just kind of a little bit. I mean, I was a little bit annoyed, but I mean, and then my wife said to me, "Well, maybe she was like, oh, well, now because there's this kind of like pushback on you don't need to go to 4 years of college and have all this student debt, and maybe you can still do something with your life, that kind of thing." Yeah. So maybe that was more of where she was going with it, and I was just like, who just asked that question? Who's listening in on a conversation and has the wherewithal to just say, "Oh, hey, let me ask you something about, and I did eventually give her, I just, whenever anybody asks what I do, instead of like, if there's two choices I say, I either tell them exactly what I do, which that means I have a 20-minute conversation with what I do, or I tell them I work in publishing, because that's like the best way to like extricate yourself, just because it's vague enough. So I thought that was really weird. That's so weird that somebody would just.
Was this person? Young, old?
I mean, I'm guessing 40s.
Oh. Not that old.
Yeah.
You're a better person than me, Lance.
Well, no,
what would you say, Anthony?
I would have said human trafficking.
What are you doing later? What time do you get up work?
Face with it. I have to tell the truth.
I need to get candy to get more kids into the van.
Yeah. So that was on Sunday. So then on Monday, my son woke up and he said he didn't feel well. So he called us. He had a little bit of a fever. We called him up. And we were trying to say, did he get around anybody, whatever? There's a rapid COVID test place. And I was just like, I'll take him there over lunch. And it's just like, literally, if you signed up, which you have already, you walk in, you give them your last name, you give them your date of birth, and they go and they swab your nose, and you have an answer within 15 minutes. If you
PCR test?
It's a rapid test, and it's like, and then if you want, you can do a more involved test in which you'll get your answer within 24 hours. But if you just want to go in, get a swab, get it done, you'll have it. I mean, like literally, I've been leaving, and the text message comes on my phone telling me what my results are. So it's like it's super fast. So I went there with him, and we walked in, and then so we went. I said, well, I might as well get tested too, because I mean it's free. And I mean, I was just like, I'm around him. Who knows, right? And if he's got it, I'll want to know if I've got it. Not that I thought he did. I thought there was a really rare chance, but who knows? So we walk in, we're leaving about 5 minutes after we left. We both I get a text message for both him. He's negative. My test comes up inconclusive. And I'm like, well, I don't like that. So then I called him. I was like, this test says inconclusive. What should I do? And they said, well, it could just be an error. Who knows? But you should probably just come back in and get tested once again. So I was like, all right, I'll come back later today.
Another
so
fast test?
Yeah, on the fast
test. Not the
PCR
test.
Not the PCR test.
Okay.
So I say, because I only did the fast test. So I left, and then I had a meeting at work. As soon as the meeting at work was done, I drove back over there, walked in. I said, give me both of the tests. Give me the fast test and the PCR. So I went, and they were like, okay, last name, date of birth. And I said, Mikester, 12/10/71. A woman who is also checking in to get tested turns and looks at me and goes, got the big 50-year birthday coming up, huh? I was just like, I turned to look, I was like, yeah, I do, nosy. How are you doing? I was like, twice in 2 days, somebody just listening into, just like.
Are you a boisterous man in public? I don't remember.
I am not quiet, but I am not like, I'm not walking into it dancing a jig saying, who wants to talk? Who wants to have a conversation today? But I was just like,
that's a big 5-0, Lance.
Yeah, but I just look over and I was just like, what? Twice in 2 days, people are just like inserting themselves. It's like, oh, I overheard you say this. Let me talk to you about it. I have no idea.
I didn't know that you and Francis McDermott went to the same pharmacy.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, what the heck? That was just garbage. But anyway, that was like my. How does that happen? Why does that happen? I don't know.
People like you, Lance. I don't know why, but they like.
Yeah, I don't know either. No. Anyway, so Dune, go see it. Good movie. A buddy of mine told me he fell asleep during the movie. I was like, well, you shouldn't have gone to that movie. I was just like,
it's a boring movie.
It is not boring.
It's got some boring parts.
It's no. You're wrong again.
I'll go watch it again after tonight, and I'll tell you. I'll diagram when I lose interest in the movie and like turn away.
Well, yeah, but you're a product. You're a product of watching TikTok videos.
They're walking down the stairs for half an hour.
You wanna like if I can't get my info in like 2 minutes, Sign me out.
I like long format things. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, Rado thought it was boring. Oh, well, Rado. Moses came down from the mountain. Everybody, let us know that he thought it was boring.
Rado should come on and defend his boring.
Yeah,
statement.
well, he should.
I'm sure he has more evidence than me.
I sent him an invite.
I felt bored a few times. I was like, yeah, okay, I kind of, I hit the right arrow that skips it forward 20, 30 seconds,
Everybody watch your manners. My mom's watching.
Hey, Mom.
Like, she just texted me. She's like, didn't your test come back negative? Mother, do you honestly think that if I had tested positive for COVID, I wouldn't have told you?
At what point do we go? So Michelle said she did not feel well tonight. I'm like, do you want to go get a COVID test? Like, that's like the first thing that came to my mind. Is that like how we're going to live our life now? I guess that's the way it is.
Not me.
Yeah, I was never. Yeah.
No. I mean, unless you're like.
Jen's been around so I'm expecting it at some point.
Well, I'm just like,
it's like that was my mindset.
I don't know. It just sucks.
To me, flu season's coming up. The cold season and all that's coming up. It's just
for me, it's because my son is literally around like hundreds of people.
Yeah,
and so it's like, and who knows?
And they're ahead of it.
Yeah, and yeah.
Has he been vaccinated?
No, because he's too young.
Oh,
so
I think they just announced
They announced that they're rolling it out. I mean, I just got my text message today that I can get my booster if I want it. So,
did you?
Well, I got it today. I did not run out the door.
2 weeks
well, no,
ago.
I'm saying you got Moderna, right?
Yeah, I got Moderna.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's why I'm curious. I didn't know it was out yet. Jen got her booster last week or a week before. She's got.
Well, I heard the booster knocks you silly, way worse than the original thing. So. I don't know. I'm not saying that to like.
The second one was the worst for me, but the third one was no picnic.
Jen said the booster was worse than for the Pfizer at least.
The Pfizer booster, I've heard from people that are like, 3-4 days of just laying around.
She wasn't quite that bad, but there was a couple days.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's nothing like it's like, oh, my arm is really sore, my whole body aches, and I don't feel good. Like that's how it was. Like I don't want to do anything.
And you're a crybaby. So
and then we had family over, and I had to entertain for like 5 hours. But also we had watched the Dallas Cowboys rip the Patriots or whatever. Not the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots. That was quite pleasant.
Well, you get to watch the Cowboys tear the Vikings a new butthole on.
Here's the thing: everybody rises to the occasion for Dallas. I don't know why. You never know. And you never know. I'm not going to say anything. We're playing Minnesota.
Can I show you a game that I'm excited to play? That I actually reached out. I reached out to a publisher.
Can I ask a question first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whose hair is longer now, yours or Scott's?
I think I got me hair.
I think he's got. Yeah, man, it's close. It's pretty damn close, Lance.
Yeah, well, close. Mine goes halfway down my back, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll do some heavy metal thrashing and
at BGG Con.
Yeah, the BGG Con.
The car. You gonna be waiting for the car, Anthony? We're talking about the
we were talking about that.
I'll send you the new address.
Give me your new address.
I just remember that was like the best running gag ever. Oh yeah, the car never came.
The car never came.
No, so to props to I watched the Rob Oren live feed, and this game just kind of like I was like, wow. Just let me. I got the game right here. I'm going to show it in a second here, but I went and I saw it. I was just like, I'm going to reach out to the publisher and just say, hey, look, I got to play this just because of my weird fascination with the subject matter of it. And so it is Let's Play High Ally.
Awesome. What? I'm like, holy fuck. I used to go to the High Ally in Florida.
Yeah, and so and like it's more of a betting game than actually like playing High Ally because if you know anything about
High Ally is a betting game. It's not an actual game.
Yeah, High Ally is a high stakes.
The matches last like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it's just like, and there's multiple things in here, and it's like it's basically it comes with 2 dice, some play money, and And my friends and I will have a blast playing this.
Man, I got
the
so
smell of
excited.
stale cigarettes and desperation.
Here.
No, I'm excited. Like this is all that highlight is. It's just
who are the players? Anybody?
No, it's just they have
names.
They just have random names, and they have basically numbers when you roll the dice, and depending upon you'll get, if you roll a good enough number, you'll get an ace, or if you then the other person will have a chance to return it, and you roll 2 dice. Basically, it's very almost Stratomatic-esque, very simple Stratomatic, if you remember that, because each player has a card. And so, and it's just betting, and you play you do round robin stuff where it's
so where did they have it in your area? Did you go?
No. So I remember I would see it in okay. So the reason why I was interested in Highlight is the fact that when I was a kid, I would watch all these old movies with my dad at his house. And so in the 70s and the 80s, it was like Highlight was in a ton of movies back then. It was just because in the late 70s, early 80s, that was its zenith. Yeah. And so they were in James Bond movies, and I think they were in some of the spy and science fiction thriller type things, because the sport itself just looks kind of weirdly sci-fi anyway, right? You got a guy that's got a big giant slingshot on his arm, and
playing with a ball that goes 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. So then I thought it just looked super cool. And then I kind of read up on it or something as a kid. But I remember when I was in my late teens, early 20s, late night on ESPN, you could catch some matches. And I remember watching it on TV.
So there was a Highlight arena in Hialeah, Florida, which was near where I grew up. So every Friday night we would go, and we would get the box seats. You pay $5 for the box seats. Nobody wanted to pay $5. You go down in the box seats, there's nobody there, and we're right on the edge of the court. But I remember in '89, I think the players were on strike, so all they had was scabs playing, but there was one pro who played, so you'd always bet on the pro. 9 times out of 10 he would win.
Yeah, because and for those of you who don't understand, most common matches are round robin, where there's 2 guys on the court until one person gets a point, and then the person who lost has to leave.
Yeah.
And then another person comes in, and then they play until one person gets a point, and so on and so forth. And then
do they play 6 or 7 or something like that?
Yeah, and they first to 11 or first to 7 or whatever. And so they'll just run through the and then so the whole thing is that there's all these things you could bet on, where who's gonna win.
First, second, third.
Yeah, first, second, third, how many points they're going to get, just all kinds of stuff like that. Anyway, so it's this little tiny company called Play Now, PLAAY now.com. And they're very reminiscent of Victory Point Games, where they basically have sleeves, and then they have the same box for everything, and then they have a sleeve to go over the top. So, I'm excited. I'm excited to play it. Hopefully I can get some of my friends over, and just because it's just goofy, and you'll roll dice, and I got $20 on Ruben. Come on, Ruben.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I loved it. So I got super excited. I went down the nostalgia rabbit hole one night, and I was searching Highlight. Where did Highlight go? And apparently the one in Hialeah had a casino built and attached to the Highlight. So nobody would watch Highlight.
Really?
Yeah. And it died. And then I read, and they're gonna open a Highlight court in Dallas. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. We're going to Highlight again. And no, never came.
How do you spell this?
JAIALAI.
Right here. Right here.
Never heard of this in my life.
It's fun.
Oh, I'd love to try playing it once, and with body armor on.
Yeah, I don't want to play it. Believe me.
You know what killed Highlight, right?
What killed it?
Cocaine.
No, the bookie guys would pay the players off.
Oh,
It was so easy to corrupt because it was such a stupid. There was nobody who was like the Michael Jordan of highlight.
But it was pari-mutuel betting, right?
Right, but the whole thing was everyone who could bet, so they used to pay them off and go and steal, like basically say, okay, this is how it's going to play out. They would write it out for the guys playing, give them money, and then they would go and they would bet, and they would literally wipe out the box office or whatever you call it, where they just take bets there on site, and they would literally walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars every week because they had all the guys in their pocket.
I don't know. Okay.
So
it was like the WWE. They were scripting
I didn't know
what was going to happen.
I didn't know the house had to cover the whole entire thing. But I guess that's the way it works.
Yeah, so that's why it went away, because it was so corrupt. It was so easy to fix because you couldn't tell someone was throwing it.
Yeah,
because
it's so easy
a
to
crazy
throw it.
sport that you don't know what's going on half the time.
I watch these guys run up half a fucking story of a house going up the wall, and then I see a guy barely jump and miss it.
Yeah,
I'm like some guys running up the wall to grab that ball.
I don't know. I'm excited to give it a play because it'll just be goofy and roll dice and
sure.
And but there you go. That was the one thing that I was interested in, and a game that I actually got out. And then the guy was like, "Yeah, I'll send you one, no problem," and just showed up.
Someone's interested in my game.
Well, if you go to Play Now, that's PLAAY now.com.
What other games do they have?
Like a lot of the same kind of weird.
Let's play bingo.
No, so they have one that's called we have a problem, Mr. President, which is like national emergency type of game. Like a Fury Football, Fury Hardball, Twisted Fate, Demo Derby Smashdown, and Aviatrix 37. Aviatrix 37 puts you in the pilot seat of a vintage Lockheed Electra, taking on the role of Amelia Earhart in this engaging, entertaining, and realistic recreation of one of the most talked about flights in aviation history.
That sounds cool. Yeah. Bring the highlight game to BGG Con, dude.
I will. It'll be
yeah, bring it. I'll be outside waiting for the car to show up.
It'll be there at noon.
Fury Hardball, the alt sports strategy game. Oh, this looks actually pretty cool. Arrange your team to suit your playstyle and call your plays to outsmart your opponent. When we say fast playing, we mean it. Fury Hardball can be played in as little as 10 minutes. Very cool. I like little companies like this that are just like, yeah, I'm not gonna use Kickstarter. I'm just gonna print this crap off and I'm just gonna make it.
Sell them to Scott, and Scott will hold on to them for 5 years. This is always
and you can download, and most of them, you can download the print and play for a third of the price of the game.
Really?
Yeah. And then just you print the stuff off yourself and play them. But yeah.
So Andy, are you playing games at all, or you walked away completely?
Oh, I still have them. I've played 10 games in the last 2 years.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I've been doing other stuff.
Yeah, you're in the same boat as I am, pretty much.
Yeah, taking care of family, taking care of my mental health.
Good for you.
Good for you.
You know,
people trafficking.
that and yeah.
Well, you are in. Never mind.
Are you working out of the house, or do you have a day job, or?
Yeah, no, I still have working my regular day job, but I work from home. So we literally went home. Oh, I'm getting attacked by a cat.
Uh-oh.
We started working from home literally in March of last year.
March
And-
13th, 2020.
Yeah, and then they turned
That'd be the
around
day.
and like a couple months later, they said, you know what? We're not even going to reopen the office when this is all over. Everyone just keep working from home. So
Interesting.
I'm curious, Andy.
permanent.
Do you find you save money working at home?
Good night, Mom.
Well, I don't have to drive. I don't save on gas
Yeah.
and time. I hate it. I've always hated working from home, but I've gotten used to it. It's nice getting up and literally walking out my bedroom door across the hall into my office. But
I was thinking about that the other night. I was talking to Jen about that when I was working for SEPTA. I drove an hour each way, so it was like I was saving money on gas and then like stopping for breakfast and stuff like that. Probably like $300 a week.
Yeah, there's an overhead for working out of your
$200 a
house
week
versus not out of your house. I mean, I used to pay when I worked downtown. I had to pay, I think it was like $7 a day in tolls.
Did you?
That's a lot. Adds up.
yeah, I had to get
$40 a week.
40-minute commute each way where I was living originally. Like from here, it would take me over an hour to get there now. But
would you drive or take a train?
I used to drive.
You would drive?
Yeah, I mean the worst thing about this, and I laugh about it, is so when I moved in with Jen, we lived in Mayapack, which is like in Westchester County. You probably know what I'm talking about. But I'm working from home, and I would literally drive down the hill and go to the gas station to get coffee a couple times a day. She's like, "We have coffee here. You have 2 coffee makers. What are you doing?" And I'm like, I just want to see other people.
I got a GTFO. Yeah.
I just want to be around other people. And literally, the guys at the gas station were all upset when I told them we were moving.
Oh, were they?
Because I would go in. The guy, like in the afternoon, the guy would just give me coffee, but I didn't even pay for it. Because I used to go in, say hello, and they all knew my name, and I go to the guy their money. He's like, "Let's just take it." And she's like, "Why are you getting coffee down there?" I'm like, "Because I gotta get out of the house. I just want to see other people." I said, "I love you, but that's what I miss. I miss being around people."
I had a hard time with that in the beginning too.
Yeah.
Then I found out I was close.
I have a little anxiety these days going out. I don't know why. I went to the BGG punch party, and I was like, I'm super nervous for like my stomach's all in knots, and I'm like,
Scott, you got 4 weeks to get over that, buddy. You know?
I'm gonna be a wreck.
I noticed that I went to the Hershey, something up in Hershey, a convention out. It was outdoors, but there were thousands of people there, and I noticed I got a little anxious there. But that was probably the biggest group I've been in, since the vid hit.
Yeah, BGG Con will definitely be the biggest group I've been in. Onset agoraphobia.
What is the what is the count on right now as far as
I think we're at 2,500. Although we've had a flurry of last minute cancellations because our cancellation policy is pretty generous. You can cancel all the way up to the end of this month, which is 4 more days. You can get a hotel room right now. Plenty of hotel rooms available.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? We're basically back to 2015 numbers.
Really?
So we're set back about 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
So Scott, how much are you attributing it to the whole COVID situation, 100%. And how much to the fact that everything was just stacked on top of each other this year?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
You sneeze, you hit a
I mean, was Origins that exciting? That was a couple weeks ago.
It was.
I mean, we got all the Essen games, by the way.
Well, you went to Gen Con and Origins, right, Forrest?
We did. We have all the games.
Yeah, I went both.
Yeah, Forrest did. Yeah.
So I would say Gen Con felt much more. I think they did a good job. They made a lot of little tweaks that made it still feel like Gen Con, whereas Origins, I didn't think made those same tweaks. And Origins wasn't bad, but it was.
I heard it was a joke. I mean, it wasn't. I heard from several people that it was a joke of a convention.
It wasn't.
The ball guys said they had a great time.
I had fun. I had a blast, but it was.
All they need is a beer. And
it wasn't.
They didn't have beer. They were telling you they had to drink Miller Lite. I was listening to your podcast this morning.
Oh, really?
They couldn't get any beer. They could only get Miller Lite. I'm like, ugh.
That's rough. Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a combination of all three. It's COVID.
Yeah.
It's probably our policies. It's interesting because I've had different groups of people say our policy is too strict. Our policy is too loose. I'm like, okay, that means we're in the right spot.
Yeah, basically.
So, and yeah, maybe it's just, and there could be a lot of people that just have gone out of the industry, out of the hobby. I mean, BGG is the niche of the hobby, right? The niche of the hobby.
Yeah.
Gen Con's more mainstream. Origin's more mainstream. BGG is super not mainstream, right? So not even a regular convention. We break the rules.
Fucking rebels. So Eddie, how did Connecticut handle the vid? I know they're a little stricter up north than they were here in Delaware.
So actually, where I am, it's pretty. It depends town to town. So
really,
like
that confusing.
Well, so most of them have the they recommend you wearing a mask,
and
then a lot of them have the you need to have a mask if you're not vaccinated thing. But then there's other areas where it's like they want everyone to wear a mask in the store.
Okay.
So I mean, I always have it in my pocket, but I look at it this way. I'm vaccinated. I know some people who vaccinated and always have the mask and they're constantly washing their hands and all that and still got it.
Yeah.
So I look at it like what
because other people didn't wear the masks, right?
Right. There were plenty of infectious diseases going around when people didn't care if they were in large groups.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I don't go around like getting in someone's face or anything, but I'm like, if you want me to wear a mask, I'll wear a mask. I don't care. But yeah, up here it's pretty. I mean, I live in like Mayberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so literally I live in one town, but my address is the next town over because we don't have a post office.
Okay. I've been to towns like that up north, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and it's one of those places where like literally you don't really know what town you're in because as you watch the signs, you're in a town, then it's another name, then another name like a half a block later. It's like,
oh.
So anyway.
So did Connecticut shut down during like the in the beginning? Like did they close the state off at all? No.
Yeah, well, Connecticut was doing the same as Connecticut followed the same as New York.
Okay.
So New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, because they border each other all. When New York decided they were shutting down, Connecticut, New Jersey shut down.
Certain states wouldn't let you in the borders during the beginning. Not all of them though. Like Delaware, you could go. They just wanted you to drive through it. They didn't want you to stop. But certain states wouldn't let you in at all.
You're not allowed to go to the bathroom in Connecticut.
Well, in Delaware, you could drive through it in 15 minutes on 95. I mean, it's a small state, one of the small states in the country. 2 hours and you're out.
Hello.
Hello.
What you doing?
I'm talking to the guys.
Hey,
Guys.
thanks for making an honest man out of him.
Well, I don't know about that, but at least not yet. Come here, Odin. Come on.
All right, I want to get going, guys.
No. You have to defend.
Oh, I have to play initials. Okay,
You got to
quickly,
defend
let's
your
go.
championship. There's all the states that shut down.
All right, I'll be up in a little bit.
Take your time.
You can see the ones that don't.
What do you
bread
mean by
basket,
shut?
They did COVID restrictions shut down.
But the traffic wise,
An order issued. It said an order, stay-at-home order was issued.
No, I don't mean the stay-at-home order.
Oh.
I know most states did that, but I mean Pennsylvania at one point wouldn't let you cross into the border from Delaware.
Yeah, so like Massachusetts.
Oh, they shut the
was one.
border down. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
If you went into Mass, you had to quarantine before you could travel.
Yeah. And then you had to stay there for 14 days or whatever.
We went to Massachusetts during that. We didn't get stopped or anything. No one stopped us and questioned us. So.
Yeah, Delaware wasn't that bad. They just didn't want you to stay.
Where's Matt? We need to Clash of the Titans.
I don't know.
Yeah, where's Matt?
My dog's gonna play.
We're waiting for you.
Your dog's watching. What is he?
Hold on. I'll reach out to Matthew.
It's like
he's a shepherd.
A mutt.
Yeah, he's a shepherd retriever mix.
Okay, yeah, he looked like kind of like a retriever rather. That was just biggest upset about the shutdown. She couldn't go see the puppies up at the market every week.
Yeah, but right now this area is dealing with the we have shortages again of things.
Oh yeah, we're starting.
A weird thing that's hard to get up here is cat food.
Oh really?
Yes.
Weird.
And it's because a lot of the stuff they use to make the cat food comes from China.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're making less of it, and it's going to the bigger markets.
Yeah, Purine and all that, that's all made in China, basically.
Yeah.
Me and Jen went through that with our cats, because our one cat has something with the kidneys, urinary tract thing.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was really young when he got it. He did not like that.
Have you been following the shipping crisis in the board game world?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it all. You know, I'm still friends with tons of people in the industry, so I see my shipping crate is $40,000 now. It was $12,000 last month.
Right.
Yeah, it's insane. It's just ridiculous. Like we got an offer for $20K to get a container to the coast, to West Coast, but then we were like, well, yes, but what about to get it to our warehouse? You know,
well, that's not my problem.
St. Louis. And they're just like,
trucking.
I was like, I mean, and they're like, well, we have no idea. And it's just like, well, what do you mean? Like, no idea? Like, it could be 2,000, it could be 5,000. They're like, no idea. It could be another 10K. Just like, okay, well, never mind then. No,
it's weird. I do want to talk about something, and he goes, because it's going to be a longer conversation, but it kind of involves with that. But it's weird that the trucker, you're having a hard time with truckers now and finding them.
Well, it's just not enough.
They're overworked.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, and by law, you can't even truck for more than a certain amount of hours a day.
Yeah,
unless you're tandeming.
Wonder they should change those laws to allow more automation.
They did. They did change a law to have the port in LA run for 24/7.
Yeah, that's a little different. I mean, you don't want a trucker driving 24/7.
No.
Yeah. There's reasons why I think it's 8 hours. My grandfather used to. He was local. I think it was 8. Yeah.
Yeah, they keep a logbook.
Yeah, I have to.
We'll give Matthew 2 more minutes. I sent him. He's active. I sent him a message.
He's scared.
He is scared.
I'm gonna need to get a charger for my phone. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna take you on a tour. We'll walk around the house.
Ooh. Is it a Cape Cod?
No, it's not.
It's Connecticut.
Yeah, that's so.
Going up to my office. Get a charger. I'm being chased by the
serious.
Yo,
Matt.
Sorry, we played D&D outside the house now, so I just got home.
I'll allow it this one time.
We have a special guest tonight, Matt.
Pardon me?
We have a special guest today, but I think we lost him.
No, he'll be back. It's the original master of the initials.
Cool.
Anthony Ricano, who used to be regular on there. Anthony, this is
I'm
Matthew.
A founder. Hey, nice to meet you.
Founder.
He is a founder.
Did you play
Sorry,
yet?
No,
It's like
no.
talking to Travis, walking around the house.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say.
I just gotta go get my tea. I'll be back in a minute.
Apologize if anyone's
What's
getting
happened to
busy.
Travis? How come Travis doesn't come on anymore?
Watch my cats while I'm away.
He doesn't have anything to sell.
Yeah, that works.
Is he still in Florida?
I think he was supposedly living in Iowa. Be closer to his daughter. I think he might be kind of going back and forth a
Or
little
Ohio?
bit though.
Was it
too.
Ohio?
You're talking about Travis?
Travis Chance.
Was it Ohio or was it it was Ohio?
Travis Chance Boudreau.
All right, I need 2 seconds.
1001.
You'll explain the rules to the audience, and I'll be back.
They know.
Hey, be right back. Hold on.
We only played this like 5,000 times.
They know.
I don't know. What's your rules?
Oh, for those of you who don't know, this is the Initials game. If you go to the initialsgame.com, you can pre-order Wave 2 and 3 right now. I'm waiting for those. I've only got 2 left after this
That's
one.
what I was saying. We probably went through this whole box.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
ask you.
so I'm hoping to get Wave 2 and 3 very soon. They
How
said
big
they'd
are the new
send
waves? The same size?
those. Same size. So I'm excited. Oh, excuse me. She'll be coming around the mountain. When she comes, she'll be coming around the mountain.
All we need now is Keith.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Keith earlier today. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I usually call Keith like once every 2-3 weeks, and we just chew the fat for a while. I miss talking to him. Do you know if he's going to be GCon? Is he going to be GCon?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he said that last time he was on.
thank God. I miss him.
What about Pete? Is he?
No.
Pete isn't? Okay.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
Wait, you gotta wait for Matt.
Oh yeah. God
You want to get
bless
tea?
America.
Well, he's in Canada, so he doesn't know any better.
I don't have my unfair advantage anymore.
You what?
We used to be like, well, Lance was doing the thing, so I used my
Yeah.
Lance knowledge to know
Yeah.
who we'd be picking.
Yeah, this will be a more pure.
It's an actual
So
game.
there's some definite biases in this set.
Yeah, there are. Which lean towards Anthony's knowledge, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah. How the kids, Anthony?
They're good. They're driving me crazy, but they're good.
Oh yeah, that's what kids are supposed to do, right?
Yes.
Well, they're in their probably early 20s, right? They're getting close to it.
My oldest is 27.
Okay.
My
late
youngest
20s.
is 14.
Yeah.
And I got 2 future stepchildren also. So 18 and 21.
So you're getting easy step kids.
Well, yeah, you would think.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so here we go. We're down with
He said he went to
still
go get his tea.
He went to get tea.
tea.
Twisted tea?
Twisted.
Maybe.
So what are you doing for fun? If
Me?
you're not playing games, yeah.
You travel
I'm
to India
renovating
anymore?
a house.
Say what?
I'm renovating a house.
Oh, okay. Is that fun for you? Are you handy?
It's not fun.
It's easier if you're the only one doing it.
Okay.
Too many cooks with their hands in the soup or what?
What?
Like if more than one person is doing it, then it's it's
No. So if I had a house and was going to renovate it, then I would just do what I was going to do. When you're renovating with a partner, you have to decide on things, and those things aren't as quick. Always get decided on.
Never. You're in for a treat. I'm still waiting on a room color. It's been 3 months.
Luckily, Michelle doesn't care too much about that stuff. I just try to get things done.
Now we're waiting on Forrest.
Now we're waiting on Forrest. Shut up.
I'm here.
He's here.
Oh, he's in. He's in.
Yeah, I'm
He,
here.
he never answers anything anyway. So hey, it's a cat.
I got
It's a cat.
3 last time.
Yes, I have a cat, believe it or not.
Don't shake it like that. Doesn't like
They
it.
love it when you do
He
that. Really
loves when I
hard.
shake him like that. Did you hear him purring like a madman?
Yeah.
Looks like a little guy. How old is he?
He is 5 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was young.
looks like a little guy. Yeah.
You do any computer gaming?
Nope.
Video game? Wow.
Nope.
Just cold turkey. I'm out.
I haven't video gamed even before, way before.
He's crocheting
No
and
RPG.
renovating a house. Sitting by the
Watch
fire.
movies. You watch movies.
I watch movies. It's not like I used to. But
Making doilies.
yeah, this cat's a bitch now.
Doing learning how to solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute.
No,
He's too busy with
Someday
the
I'm
human
gonna learn how to do
trafficking.
Rubik's Cube. I'm gonna learn the algorithm.
I've heard somebody's telling me about it's a 47-step process. And it's
I
just
thought it was an algorithm. where you
well,
have
it
to-
is, but it's an algorithm to break down those 47 steps.
Oh, okay.
It's like, and so when you see those people that look at the cube, they pick it up and they take a look at it, and it's like
They're
they
figuring
start
out
breaking it down from the 47th step to the first step, and a lot of times they can skip steps because of the way that the cube is set up in some way.
Right. To get a
that-
lucky shuffle.
Whatever. And then when you see those competitions or whatever, everybody's Rubik's Cube it isn't randomly shuffled. They're all shuffled exactly the same. So it's
Okay.
like, yeah, it's because
There's-
otherwise, if somebody gets the lucky shuffle, then well,
There's a Rubik's Cube documentary out there. With
Yeah.
it was about an autistic kid that was
Yeah.
a champ.
Netflix,
so
I think
Scott,
it
Yeah.
Scott, rather than learning the whole algorithm,
Yeah.
there is a video on YouTube. If you do the same 2 moves over and over,
In 47 years, it'll
eventually be solved.
only takes 2 years.
Yeah.
No, literally, it's not as quick as like 47 moves, but if you just keep it's like rotate the top level and then spin the right side, and rotate the top level and spin the right side, and you just keep doing it over and over, and eventually,
It will solve.
in a few minutes, it'll just solve itself.
I don't think that's real because
I feel like I did that when I was a kid and I never got that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're never adjusting there's got to be another step where you're twisting the cube in your hand and everything, because otherwise you're never.
I don't know.
It's cycling, though.
It's
Yeah.
2 moves, 2
Okay, I'll
things.
check it out.
The guy explains how to do it.
I'll check it out.
The YouTube video, it's obviously true.
Are we ready? Are we ready?
I'm
Forrest,
waiting.
you
I'm
coming
waiting
back or
for
what?
Forrest to sit his ass down.
I'm not. You get it. Why do I need to sit to hear clues? I told you I'm here, present.
Because I'm showing the initials. You're not gonna know what the initials are. What are you doing?
I'm work. I can't tell you it's top secret, but I'm working.
What?
You don't have a job.
Top secret.
My job is Bauer's Game Corner and keeping the house clean.
Gotta
And
keep the quarter. He's got to keep the quarters coming in.
I do. That's actually what I'm doing. I'm just making a list of games
25 cent videos.
play videos on.
DP.
What?
Get your minds out of the gutter.
I don't know. Sorry.
DP?
DP. Okay.
Oh, DP. I'm glad I came and sat down so I could hear that.
Shut your mouth. Forrest is going to get 0 this time.
Yep.
Here we go. Clue number 1. Had its windows smashed in an iconic film. First appeared in 1940. Has a connection to a globe.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Daily
5.
Planet.
Daily Planet is correct. Well done.
The first clue didn't make sense to me though.
Gene Hackman once stood in it. Olson, Lane, and Kent were all employees. Newspaper in Metropolis. Aldi off to a big first start.
That's my one.
All right, here we go. And we're done. Aldi wins. No. Clue number one. Had a connection to Hootie and the Blowfish in 1995. Connected to coconuts in an Adam Sandler film.
Anthony. Dolly Parton.
Coconuts, not melons.
Once explained playoff scenarios for the Denslow Cup.
Anthony.
Can't answer again.
Oh shit! What's his name?
Appeared in 1998's The Water Boy. Forrest. Dan Patrick is accurate.
Who's that?
He's the ESPN like sports announcer guy. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Number one. Has been seen in music videos for Jay-Z and Maroon 5. Has hosted a televised award show. Is connected to domain names. Forrest. 5, 4, 3,
Dog
2,
pile. Damn
1.
it.
It's a good search engine.
Yeah.
Has connections to David Letterman.
Anthony.
Don
Pardo.
Good guess, though.
Was he on?
Was a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
Don Pardo.
Final clue.
Oh.
Has competed in the Indy 500 and Daytona
Aldi.
500. Aldi.
What's her name?
Danica Patrick.
Danica
Fuck,
Patrick.
We had Dan Patrick and then Danica Patrick.
Yeah. David Letterman like owned or whatever the racing team.
Race team. Yeah.
I had it a domain name. I just couldn't remember her last name.
Oh yeah.
The GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.
Yeah.
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy, baby.
She's a race car driver.
Does anybody else remember those old Outpost.com commercials? It was like, send all complaints to Outpost.com. And it was like, it was like they were just today, to get people excited about Outpost.com. We're having this tattoo artist tattoo the name of our website on all of these child's foreheads, and there's all these kids crying and their foreheads are bleeding.
I do remember that one.
Oh,
And it was just like, and then the guy goes, send all complaints to Outpost.com.
What was Outpost.com?
I don't know if it was Outpost. It might be something different, but I think it was Outpost.com. I think it was just a place where you could, I don't know, who knows? It was just a thing. They also had the thing where it was like, we're putting these gerbils in this air cannon and shooting that target down there. You're just like thump. And it's like, send all complaints to Outpost.com.
Isn't that funny that you can't remember what the actual company was?
Yeah.
We get those
Hello. We want you to remember our name, Outpost.com.
Yep. I have who knows what it was. Anyway, clue number one. Connected to Chicago.
Matt. Deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
That's
Number
probably
two.
DDP, but
It's got 3 letters though.
Connected to a 1999 Tom Hanks film. Connected to Southern Methodist University in 1987.
Here in Dallas.
Connected to a 1995 Sean Penn film. Fish, Bundy, and homes are all connected to this? Final clue. Hanging, fire squad, gas chamber, and electric chair. Anthony.
Death penalty.
Death penalty is correct.
Southern Methodist University.
I don't know. That's the one I don't understand. I mean, the Chicago has the death penalty scene in that, and then Tom Hanks is
it was Green Mile.
Green Mile, and then I mean Albert Fish, Ted Bundy, and I can't remember who the first Holmes was, but yeah,
SMU was the first modern death penalty.
Oh. Okay.
The death penalty of sports, by the way.
Oh, death penalty. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Here we go. Because they
cheated or something.
Cheated like hardcore. So and that's like they get suspended for like X number of years. All right, here we go. Connected to a mistake on Office Space. Has a connection to pi. Connected to comedian Daniel Tosh. Connected to blood alcohol levels. Calculators and computers frequently utilize these. Anthony.
Decimal point.
Ooh, he's gaining steam, kids.
Is the
pi threw me off.
Yeah.
Here's it's PI, not PIE.
Yeah,
I understood that.
Did it say PI in the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just reading it off phonetically.
No help from you.
All right, here we go. Debuted in 1968. Is in the Hall of Fame. Forrest.
Dolly Parton.
Hall of Fame.
Country Music Hall of Fame, probably.
Could be 7.
I think she's a little older than 68.
A little bit.
Connected to Hush.
Hush.
Has a connection to Whitesnake. The Guinness Book of Records once called them the Globe's Anthony.
Deep Purple.
Purple. Most well known for their classic hit Smoke on the Water. A B A B. Here you go. Connected to a microwave. Connected to Big Ben. Connected to a worm. Connected to Bad Boys. Royal blue, chrome, navy blue, white, and red. Final clue. This NBA basketball team was involved in the Barry.
Detroit Pistons.
Detroit Pistons is correct.
How's it Big Ben? That was
Big Ben. Ben Simmons was that was his nickname.
Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace. Sorry,
kids, it's Big Ben.
I was thinking the actual clock.
Microwave.
Vinny.
Oh, okay. I can't
remember his last name, but yeah, he was their sixth man, and like he'd come in and like he'd come in for 3 minutes and score a bunch of points. They called him Microwave. All right, here we go. Appeared in Back to the Future when Marty McFly was still in 1985.
Aldi. Diet Pepsi.
Wow, well done, Aldi. Diet Pepsi. Andy's gonna say it's the cat's fault pretty soon.
Nope.
He's rusty.
Yeah. Connected to Ray Charles. You got the right one, baby. Oh,
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Connected to Cindy Crawford and a vending machine. Here we go. Number one. Was seen in a 1955 Disney classic. Connected to the 1992 album The Chronic. Connected to Arsenio Hall.
Anthony. Dog Pound.
Dog Pound.
I was like a second away from saying that. That's good for you.
Dog Pound.
He's pulling away, ladies and gentlemen. The master has come down from the mountain.
On the roost.
Yeah.
Like Ken Jennings coming for the Tournament of Champions.
All right, here we go. Connected to a standard workday.
Aldi. Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton is correct. 925.
95.
Connected to the first cloned mammal. That was the sheep they named Dolly. Turned down offers to pose nude in Playboy magazine. Connected to a smash hit by Whitney Houston. Once said it takes a lot of money to look this cheap. Famous. She's been married to like the same guy for like 60 years.
Yep.
And he's a complete nobody. Like he's just like, yeah, go read about him. It's just like the high school sweethearts.
That's why we're still together.
Even if you don't like country music, the Ken Burns documentary, the 10-part series, whatever, is amazing.
Yeah. Number one. O.J. Simpson's car chase led to record sales.
Anthony. Donkey penis.
Nah. Number two. Often goes by just the first word. Appeared in 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Anthony.
Connected to red, white, and blue.
Anthony.
Connected to the Noid.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Oh, shoot.
Domino's Pizza.
Yeah.
Domino's Pizza.
Why was that famous with the car chase?
Because people didn't go anywhere. So they like Domino's Pizza said their sales while people were watching it, it was like their sales increased like 800%.
Right.
Because people were like, I can't leave the house. I gotta order. I gotta see what's going on. I was delivering pizzas. I was actually delivering pizzas during that thing.
Do you happen to know
Magic
how much donkey penis went up?
Yeah, I would have sworn it with a donkey penis.
Well, your answer may have been correct as well. It wasn't as correct, I guess.
Okay.
There he goes. Here we go. Clue number one is a reference to Domino's. Is sometimes used in ads, offers, or coupons.
Anthony.
Clue
Discount point.
number three. They are recorded. Often seen on diamonds. Connected to turning two. Final clue is the act of making two outs during the same
Aldi.
Double play.
How did I get that one over Forrest?
I don't know. How'd you get it over Anthony? He likes sports.
I didn't know until the very
I couldn't answer again.
Yeah, he threw out a guess with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, we got two left. The rest of you are just playing for pride, but Anthony's got to run the table to tie.
Tie?
To tie.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I think it's 6-4. Maybe it's 5-4. Well, anyway, regardless, here we go.
You're having an off night, Matt.
Yeah.
You can't handle the pressure, man.
Clue number one. Iceman freezes one of these in X2 X-Men United. Spider-Man practiced on one in 2002. Their slogan was read by Johnny Five in 1986's Short Circuit. Forrest Gump claimed to have had about 15 of these.
Of course.
Aldi is first.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is correct. Was created in the 1880s by pharmacist Charles Alderton in Waco, Texas.
Right down the street.
Yeah. And well, win for Scott, but look at the last question here. Eric Cartman appeared on this during an episode of Comedy Central's South Park. His football team once lost 100-6. Once famously visited Britney Spears in her hospital room.
Dr. Phil Aldi.
Dr. Phil Aldi, go ahead.
Dr. Phil.
Yep, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
A syndicated psychologist with the last name McGraw.
Wait, wasn't he a clue last week? But
It
it's
was. It was PM.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dr. Phil in 2 of these questions. It's too much Dr. Phil.
Back to back, no less.
It's a conspiracy.
Which is weird because I pull these out of here at random.
Can we do a family feud real quick before he leaves, or do you want to?
We can do a family feud.
Do a family feud. We got 6.
I like you didn't ask Anthony.
Yeah. We'll have a. He's playing with his pussy.
We overheard his fiance. She said, "Take your time.
Take your time all night if you want."
Yeah.
Yo, remember that part.
You were here.
The pool boy is in town, so.
Got goose egg that time.
Yeah, what happened?
Talk to you up.
Sometimes that brain doesn't connect.
You were supposed to
sports questions this time, and
you were supposed to be this thing.
Sometimes you're just bad.
You were supposed to be the chosen one.
There is no spoon.
Again.
And again.
You guys see the trailer for what is the movie called now? I already forgot. To Infinity and Beyond, or whatever it was.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. It's called Lightyear.
Lightyear.
No.
It looks pretty good.
What is it? A cartoon or
Pixar? Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny how I saw the poster for it or whatever, and it's funny how different how Pixar has, or the image of him has evolved. It's more refined.
Oh
looking
yeah.
now.
Yeah, he's more.
Oh yeah,
fancy.
yeah.
He's more fancy.
He's
I still
also
haven't seen the
20
last
years
2
old.
Toy Stories.
No, me neither. I have no interest to either.
Oh really?
I heard they're great though.
Yeah, I saw the one with the mean bear at Asner.
3.
Is that 3?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 is amazing.
Yeah.
3 was good, but I don't know.
3 has a moment that as an adult you get all choked up and like, oh God.
Those stupid Pixar movies, man. I still haven't watched it up because that first 5 minutes. I turned it off.
First 10.
Yeah.
What's his name? Timothy Amundsen. He was on. I don't know. He's an actor that had a stroke a few years ago. He just appeared on.
I know.
On New Amsterdam. Oh man, I was a mess.
What's New Amsterdam?
It's a hospital drama.
It's, not Constantinople.
What?
Even though New York was in Amsterdam.
A hospital drama. On whatever
I say
station
change
on
it.
there.
I can't say.
All
It's
right.
good.
So I got a question for everyone but Aldi, since Aldi hasn't seen it. What is the best joke in Up?
Oh, I don't know.
The best joke?
I don't remember that.
The funniest part of Up. What is the funniest part of it?
Pretty much anything Doug says.
It's something Doug says. It's the joke that only half the people who've seen it get.
Well, there's the endearing one, which makes me go, oh, was like when he says, I was hiding underneath the porch because I love you. I was just like, oh,
that's not it. So the best
no, when he's talking, he all says squirrel.
Nope.
He looks off. That's good too.
It's in the trailer.
This is the best line at the end of the movie.
Oh, he says gray one.
He says gray one, and it's the friggin' funniest line.
Yeah.
Red one, blue
which is
one,
actually, which is since they've actually determined what dogs can see. They don't actually see in black and white. They just see different shades of color. That because they've replicated the cones and rods and have discerned if what. Yes, they don't actually see black and white.
Did you get that from a
professor
of logic?
No, I just read something. It's
I got the 1976 theme song.
They keep that stuff hidden in books.
From the University of Science?
Yeah, there you go.
What are books?
You want a doghouse?
Ah, yes. That's so good. Yes. You must be heterosexual then. All right, so here we go.
Try to say something there, Scott.
Original theme song. Well, I'm trying not to spoil the movie for myself. I've already forgotten what you guys said.
Remember, this is Family Feud, and it is from 2015.
Million years ago.
Million years ago. We're getting flagged.
Go, hurry up.
What are teams going to be?
Me and Anthony.
You're the captain or the team?
Okay. No,
Anthony's the captain.
Okay.
So you and Anthony are one team, and the others on the other.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
That's fair, right?
That's fair. All right, Forrest, Anthony, come on down.
Yay! Thanks for having me.
That is super loud.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry. I can't tell. Obviously.
Can you turn that up a little bit?
Just a little bit.
It's only barely up on my phone. It's like not even halfway.
All right, so here we go. We'll have 3 rounds, then we got fast money. So here we go.
Fast money.
Here we go. Shake hands. Forrest. Harry Glasscock. Name something you don't like about Christmas. Forrest.
Consumerism.
Show me consumerism. Ding! 18 points. So you got a chance to get the number 1 answer there, Harry Glasscock.
Shopping.
Oh.
Ding! I'll give it to you because it is money/shopping. 41 points, number 1 answer. Do you want to play or pass?
How many answers on the board?
Oh, I'm sorry. There are 8 answers on the board.
We'll play.
Okay, we'll play. Okay. Hi, Scott. How's it going today?
Hey, how's it going, Lance?
Yeah, okay. Well, here we go. Name something you don't like about Christmas.
Wrapping presents.
Ding! Number 7. Not number 7. Number 4 on the board with 7 points. 7 points. Okay,
wow.
So
there's a lot of
Anthony,
low numbered answers.
Family.
Let's see here. Family shows up. I need that extra eggnog. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Show me family.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
It was a long time ago, 2015.
I'm gonna go with cooking, Lance.
With cooking. Yeah, I mean, you have that big giant meal you gotta make. You gotta make
sucks.
sure you get some
Hate
time.
that.
Yeah, it's just it's stuff. Okay.
Hate it.
Show me cooking. All right.
What else is there?
You still got 5
Christmas
answers.
carols.
Still got 5 answers up on the
Carolers.
board.
Good answer. Good answer.
Christmas carols.
Good answer.
Don't-
Good answer. I hate that.
You don't like hearing about the Christmas spirit, huh, Anthony? Okay, here we go. Show me Christmas carols. And all right, so we come back over to the Bauer family. What do you guys? You want to what? Name something you don't like
You can
about
confer
Christmas.
with
You
each
guys
other.
can discuss.
I'm thinking traffic.
I was
Traffic
saying,
seems like kind of a no-brainer.
I was
How about
thinking
travel?
travel in general. Yeah.
Oh,
Travel in general.
Travel's a good answer.
Yeah, travel's great. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna go with travel, Bob.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I know. Travel. Show me travel.
Oh, what?
Really?
What the hell?
What are these answers? What did we get?
Number
What did they get?
number
They got
three
one,
answer.
three,
Number
and
3
4?
answer is cold weather.
Damn
Oh.
it, weather.
That doesn't have anything to do with
It's
Christmas.
only like a third of the country.
All of it is number 5.
all of it.
Number
All of
6. Number 6. Nothing.
What?
Number 7.
Oh,
Hassle.
What?
Number 8.
Hassle.
the hassle.
It's a
Man,
hassle.
Christmas
Isn't all of it
is
and the hassle the same?
Number
Hassle.
8. Too short. Too short.
I'm calling BS.
All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get Matthew down here with Scott Alden.
Man, I can't believe
All right.
we did that.
Please shake hands. Here you go. Name something you lose when you have a cold.
Matt,
Matt, go ahead.
sense of smell.
Show me sense. It's very topical. Show me sense of smell. Ding, number 2 answer. 21
Ooh.
points. So Scott, you get a chance to steal it here.
Sense of taste.
Oh yeah, like smell, taste. They kind of go hand on hand. Show me sense of taste. Ding, number 3 answer. I'm sorry, Matthew. Do you want to play or pass?
Yeah, we'll play.
All right, there are 6 answers. I should have said. Sorry, 6 answers left up on the board.
Left.
No,
There's
sorry.
8 total.
There's 4.
There's four
There's
left.
6 total. 4 left. 4 left on the board. Barry, how you doing today, sir?
I'm okay. How are you?
Okay, thanks for asking. Name something you lose when you have a cold.
Time.
Good answer. Good answer.
Time. You're not even on the team.
It
All
was
right.
the Family Feud.
All right. Show me time. Ding. I'll give it to you. Sleep / restlessness. Yes, time. 3. Last answer. Number 6. I'll give that to you. So there are still number 1 answer still on the board.
I know, what the heck is the number?
We go back up to Forrest here. Name something you lose when you have a cold.
Bob, I gotta tell you, my wife hates to be around me because I lose my patience.
You lose your patience.
Well played, sir. Well
What is this
played.
acting nonsense happening now?
All right. Yeah. I mean, you get a little testy, you get a little angry, you get a little short. Here you
Leave
go.
his little testes out of this.
So here we go. Show us lose your patience. And
Damn it.
I would have backed that. I did back
That was a
that.
good answer.
yeah. All right. So we're gonna go back up. Oh yeah, you still got 2 more. So Matthew,
Hmm.
name
Well-
something you lose when you have a cold. Number 1 answer is still on the board.
Well, we got 2 strikes.
1 strike.
One strike.
How many answers on the board still?
3 answers on the board.
Oh, we lost Anthony.
He'll be back.
It's not quite accurate, but I'm gonna say lose work.
All right. Yeah. I like it.
Money.
Money. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Money, work, yeah.
All right. Show me money work. I'm going to give it to you. Energy, or it says energy. Yeah, ding. It's the 5th answer. So energy and productivity is number 5. So I'll give you that. Seems to be in the same genre, if you will. So we go back over to Barry. Number 1 answer still on the board. 2 answers left. Name something you lose when you have a cold.
Oh, I got it. Damn it.
Motivation.
Ooh. Motivation. Show me motivation.
I guess that would be under energy.
Yeah, would have been. Yeah.
All
right. Forrest. Still got 2 answers up there. You need an answer.
Wait, we haven't hit 3 strikes yet.
No, you only have
we got one more strike.
All right.
Name something you lose when you have a cold.
You lose weight because you're throwing up. You're not eating. Just makes sense, Bob.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Show me you lose weight. Ding. Number. Yeah, go ahead. Number 4 answer. 8 points.
Wow.
Number 1 answer still on the board.
Up to you, Matt.
Matt's about to get it.
Oh, you guys gonna run this category?
I'm done, man.
There's only one left.
There's only 1 left.
Yeah.
So Matthew, number 1 answer still on the board. 100 people surveyed. 5 of 6 answers given. Name something you lose when you have a cold.
You lose your mind.
Ooh.
Good answer.
Wait,
All right.
got it?
Oh, I don't, sorry, I hit the
show
back.
me lose your mind. And
So Scott.
Scott.
yeah, so Scott and Scott.
We're gonna switch up teams, I think.
The only thing that hasn't been said is a hearing. Lose your hearing.
Yeah.
Plugs up your
Show
ears.
me
doesn't it?
lose your hearing. And number 1 answer
Sick
on the
time.
board. Let's see if I'm going to see if anybody else saw. Nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything in chat.
In chat. That would be number 1 answer. 39 points. Voice.
Oh,
Lose your voice.
Forced.
Never in a million years did that happen to me.
I've lost my voice on my wedding, the day after my wedding because I had a cold.
I remember a couple times when I
Couldn't
was
speak.
super hungover.
Michelle
Your
loved
wife had never been so happy.
it.
Yeah.
It was really hard to get on a cruise without being able to speak because you got to talk to people.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah. What are we gonna do with the Anthony situation?
Well, if he comes back, but who are you absorbing?
I'll take Barry.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, so we'll go.
It's 1-1. It's 1-1.
It's 1-1. So we have a third.
Forrest
thing.
and Barry.
Yeah, Forrest and Barry. Here we go. Once the best of friends, now our rivals.
Yes.
Here we go. Round 3. 100 people surveyed. Top 4 answers on the board.
Top 4. Okay.
4 answers.
If everyone obeyed the law, name something we would no longer need.
Barry.
Barry.
Speed limits.
Ooh.
Number 4 answer. Ding. Tickets / speeding.
Tickets.
Traffic. Speeding / traffic tickets. Bowery, there's still three answers up on the board. Want to try
Police.
Number 1 answer on the board, the police, 87 points.
Wow.
Sorry.
Forrest, you want to, yeah, you're okay. Forrest, you want to play or pass?
Here's the thing, Matt. I'm thinking nobody's going to get any more of these right. So I think we should play. Get them
all right.
I think we're just going to go 0 for 4.
Okay, so here we go. So you're gonna play, and then you're gonna reabsorb Barry into your group, since Harry Glasscock is back. All right, so we go to Matthew. Matthew,
How many answers is there? There can't be that many more.
there's
only
2
2
left.
left.
There's 2 left.
Yeah.
If number 1 answer was police, number 4 was speeding / traffic tickets. Here's the question: if everyone obeyed the law, name something we would no longer need. Go ahead.
I think, coming from somebody who lives in Canada, I'm going to say locks.
Ooh,
Good
solid.
answer. Solid answer.
What?
This game sucks.
All right.
I thought that was a
Barry.
shoe-in.
I know.
Barry, if
That's all.
everyone obeyed the law, name something we would no longer need.
Politicians.
Politicians.
Oh.
Forrest,
Would only
I don't know. Yeah, yes, 2 answers left, and you got 2 strikes. What are you gonna go with? If everyone obeyed the law, name something we would no longer need.
I don't want to. I'm gonna guess some people said this. Guns.
Show me
Probably.
guns. Ding, number 2
Ah.
answer on the board. So there's
Wow.
only 1 answer left.
Those people have never lived out in the country.
Matthew,
And sorry, which answer is left?
the
One of
third.
them.
The third.
Okay.
If everyone obeyed the law, name something we would no longer need.
Lawyers.
Ooh.
True. Wow.
Show me lawyers. And all right, Anthony.
You got
Scott,
one, Anthony?
you have a
Really?
chance to. You have a
It's gotta be
chance to.
print, right?
Oh, that's a good one.
Prisons.
I
Yeah,
was
that's a
thinking
good one.
alarms.
That came to me after.
damn it.
I was thinking alarms, but prisons.
I was thinking
Yeah.
alarms too.
That's probably better. It's-
Oh
Prisons.
no!
Don't help him, Matt.
Yeah, we're gonna go with prisons.
Shoot, that's
Show me prisons. Ding, 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 ding. It is the number.
they threaded the needle. Nice.
Needle.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. Then we're gonna have fast money. Aldi, you want to go first or second?
First.
All right, Harry Glasscock, you need to mute yourself. So
Mute
you can't
yourself
hear the
first, or
questions.
turn down your volume.
Here, hold on.
Turn down your volume so you can't hear me talk.
Hold on.
We'll wave you back in.
Okay, I think I'm off.
All right, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Okay, hold on. Let me mute and turn the thing off.
Okay. Can you hear us? Yeah. Good to go.
How's the human trafficking going?
All right, you can't hear us just now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to ask you a series of 5 questions. You got 15 seconds that we don't really count. Here we go. Name the country you think the most people come to America from.
Mexico.
Name a fast food you enjoyed more before you knew how many calories were in it.
McDonald's.
Name an activity during which you sometimes talk to yourself.
Studying.
Name a food that would be messy to eat while driving.
Nachos.
Name something that floats in the sky.
A blimp.
All right, turn around. Here we go.
Turn around.
Name the lots of they do. They turn around and face the thing, right?
Right.
Name the country you think the most people come to America from. You said Mexico, number 1 answer, 63 points.
Boom.
Name a fast food you enjoyed more before you knew how many calories are in it. They were not looking for a name of a.
Yeah.
They're looking for an actual fast food. So,
Zonked.
yeah, McDonald's. McDonald's. Name an activity during which you sometimes talk to yourself. You said studying. That's 10 points.
Okay.
Name a food that would be messy to eat while driving. You said nachos. That's worth 11 points. And then name something that floats in the sky. You said a blimp. 2 points.
What?
So
2 points, Scott.
Come on.
I like
It was a
how
different time, Scott.
I thought that would be like number one.
You're
I bet
just
the clouds is
incredulous.
number one.
I guess because I grew up where the blimp, the Goodyear blimp was. So we saw it all the time.
Uh,
Come on back. Come on back.
you're muted.
What?
Is that the sign back?
Yep.
You're back.
All
Yeah.
right, you got Aldi got 86 points. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You have
Did
20
he answer,
seconds.
you answered 3 questions?
You answered 5 questions, and you got 86 points.
not
You
that
got
great.
you got some ground to cover.
Got some ground to make up.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. If you repeat an answer that he's given you, I will give you the and you got to do something else. And it's 20 seconds that we don't count, so don't worry about that. But just try to answer as quick as possible. Here we go. Name the country you think the most people come to America from.
Spain.
Name a fast food you enjoyed more before you knew how many calories were in it.
McDonald's.
Eh.
Pizza.
Name an activity during which you sometimes talk to yourself.
Reading.
Eh.
Running.
Name a food that would be messy to eat while driving.
Pizza.
Name something that floats in the sky.
Cloud.
All right, turn around.
That's a good answer.
All right. Name a country you have the most people come to America from. Aldi got the right answer, which was Mexico.
I figured he would have got it, so I could pick any other country.
Yes. You picked Spain. 2 points. 2 points
right.
for Spain. Yeah, so 88 total right now. Name a fast food you enjoyed more before you how many calories in it. You said pizza. That's worth 5. So 93. Hamburger / cheeseburger was.
That's not as messy as pizza.
Well, that's not the messy question. That's how many calories are in it.
Oh, calories.
Yes.
Fried chicken is not worse.
No, that's 6
Number one
points.
answer was burgers.
It's hamburger, cheeseburger. Just
I feel like everybody knows fried chicken is bad for you, though.
yeah, they have to. You have to know it's bad for you. It's just like it's so good though.
This tastes healthy.
It's like eating celery. Name an activity during which you sometimes talk to yourself. You said running. That's worth 6 points. The number one answer was housework / laundry. Name a food that we missed to eat while driving. You said pizza. That's 3 points.
What?
Jeez.
And what's the number one answer on that?
Pasta / spaghetti.
I was gonna say spaghetti. That's funny.
Bad idea.
I said nachos for 2, or what was it?
11.
11.
And then name something that floats in the sky. Number one answer, cloud.
Yeah. How many did we need? Wait. Where
Is it worth 100
it's worth
points?
it's worth 100.
So see, you were at 86, and then you got Spain, which is 288, and then you got pizza, so that was 93, and then sports was 99, and pizza was 102. So out of 100 people
98.
surveyed,
98. It's
There's
possible.
60 people need to
63
say.
points. 63 points for cloud.
Wow. Well, that's the one number one. Obviously.
Would you say balloon, Scott?
I said blimp.
Wow.
Yeah, a balloon would have been worth 19.
Would have been worth more.
Yeah.
I grew up where the Goodyear blimp is
But
stored.
is a blimp not sort of a balloon?
It's originally different.
Motorized balloon.
Oh well. Let them
balloon
do it. Let those guys do a fast money.
Oh, you guys want to do fast money?
Who's up?
Who wants to do fast
I
money?
am going to go.
All right.
Anthony.
Good luck with
Anthony.
your fast money.
Good seeing you, Andy.
Yeah, good. Don't be a stranger.
Maybe John
Yeah, good to see
Travolta
you,
will show
man.
up next time. I don't know.
Little Johnny T. All right, take care of yourself, brother.
All right. Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll do fast money.
Okay.
Who's going to be your partner?
I don't know.
Out of just for sheer comedic value, Forrest is going to be your partner.
Okay.
You want to go first, or you want Mr.
We got
I had
let the
more
foot-
people. I had
Let the
more
foot-
people.
Let the
say-
foot go first.
I had more people. I had more people ask me
Blackfoot.
about hiding in a banister. The banister.
Under the high things under the banister.
All right, I'm turning my
Slash
volume down.
radiator.
All those secret compartments in the stair banister where you find things. So Matt, are you gonna go silence yourself?
I think you already did.
Oh, you already did. Okay, here we go. Let me ask you 5 questions. You get 15 seconds, so we don't really count.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Name something specific you don't bother cleaning until someone comes to visit.
Toilet.
Name something that's good about living alone.
Toilet.
Masturbating.
Name
think
two
they did.
foods that go together.
Name what?
Jelly.
Two foods that go together.
Name something that most men just don't like talking about.
Oh God.
Emotions.
If you were down to your last $5, what would you do with it?
Save it.
Turn around. All right. Name something assuming you don't bother cleaning until someone comes to visit. You said the toilet.
The toilet.
Number 2 answer, 21 points.
Okay.
Name something that's good about living alone. We'll just skip this.
Aw, not even one.
Not even one. Sorry, this is a
Family show.
Family
Yeah.
show.
You can do it in the living room when you live by yourself.
Name two foods that go together. You said peanut butter and jelly. 20 points.
What? It's not number one. Dang.
It's worth. It's here at 41. Name something that most men don't like talking about. You said emotions. That'd be worth 30. So you're at 71. And then you said if you were down to your last $5, what would you do with it? You said save it. 39 points. So yeah, nice. So let's see here.
10.
90 and then 110. Yeah, 110.
All right, that'll do you.
Are you back, Matthew?
Can you hear me now?
Is this a Verizon commercial?
Forrest got 110 points somehow.
Really?
Yeah.
There was no Bannister questions?
No
Bannister.
on that one.
Well, we had
one Bannister question.
We had our Bannister moment.
We had our Bannister
We'll
moment.
get back to that.
Early on, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, name something specific you don't bother cleaning until someone comes to visit.
The bathroom sink. The bathtub.
Get out of the bathroom.
Your bedroom.
Name something that's good about living alone.
You don't have to clean up as often.
Name 2 foods that go together.
Peanut butter and jelly. Meat and potatoes.
Name something that most men just don't like talking about.
Feminine hygiene products.
If you were down to your last $5, what would you do with it?
I would eat.
All right, turn around. 110 points. Name something you clean don't clean until somebody shows up. You said bedroom, 8 points. Kitchen was the number 1 answer.
Kitchen.
118. Name something that's good about living alone. You said don't have to clean up as much, less to clean. Yes, number 4 answer. We're 13. So you're up to 130.
What was the number 1 answer for that one?
Masturbation.
No, it was not. It was freedom. Freedom was the
Freedom.
That is Matt. That's the same answer.
No, it isn't. It
It's
isn't.
code.
Name 2 foods that go together. You said meat and potatoes. Yeah, it's worth 5 points. So
Really?
What was the number 1 in that?
well, number 1 of that was peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
But it was all over the face, like
Yeah.
burgers and fries, bacon and eggs, spaghetti meatballs. So
Meat and potatoes, I think, sounds pretty. Anyways, whatever.
yeah, it was worth 5
Matches.
points. 136. 136. You
I'll
said
have
name
to-
something that most men don't like talking about. You said feminine hygiene. That's on there. 9 points. So up to 143.
What was the number 1 answer? Feelings?
Yeah, feelings. And Forrest got that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
feelings.
So you're at 140. What was it? 143. And you said you down to the last $5. What would you do with it? You said eat. Number 1 answer. 41 points.
57 points.
2 points.
Oh.
if Forrest just hadn't been trying to be cool and saying
said something real.
I honestly thought masturbation.
I was gonna say less was mine.
Yeah, because it was freedom, peace and quiet, privacy, less to clean, control of food, no sharing, control of remote, not having to talk to somebody.
Not having to talk to somebody.
Oh,
There you go. Good time.
Oh, well.
Good.
Anyway, yeah, there you go. You excited about BGCon? A little trepidatious. Did you get the extra security like you said you were gonna have?
Did I get what?
Well, you said you're gonna have like security making sure people wear masks all the time.
I think we're gonna rely on our own security, meaning us, to tell people to do it.
So are you really gonna toss people the moment you see them not wearing a mask?
If we have to.
Who's your bouncer going to be?
I mean,
it's
it's
going to be Eric
you know,
Martin.
Huh?
Is it going to be Eric Martin?
No. If there's a bouncer, we'll call the police. The police can get there in like 1 minute. There's like a cop station really close by.
Hey,
it's called a cop shop. Thank you.
Yes.
Police station.
Well, I'm sure the hotel has security.
I mean, I'm predicting zero problems. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously.
You never know.
I think who don't want to deal with this with rules will not come. They're already not coming.
I don't know about that. Not that I'm hoping you do have problems, but I heard a lot of venues in general just having problems with people being out in public for the first time, so they don't know how to act. You know,
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
I hope it doesn't. And there wasn't anything at Gen Con Origins, was there? Of course.
I didn't see many issues for a lady who had her dog. It wasn't a service dog.
I mean, here's Paul Tompkins has a security shift. It's basically looking around for people with no badges or no masks, and you just say, "Can you put your mask on? Where's your badge?" And then if there's ever a problem beyond that, then it's escalated.
You have to be double vaxxed to go?
No. Well, you have to either be vaccinated or negative COVID test.
Oh, okay. Hey, can I show you? Remember those dice coins I was working on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have some packaging mock-ups and stuff. Can I show that?
Sure.
Yeah, you have to be able to share screen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to go ahead and do with it.
Oh, that looks hot.
So this is what we were thinking. It's going to be like the feature coin up top, and then that tray comes out, and you have all the 6 other coins in here, and then all of this flap will be lower graphics and stuff. And then there's going to be a sleeve on it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So these are fate coins.
I like this box.
Pieces of fate. So it's like, plus pieces ones. Of the play on word for pieces of fate.
Oh, okay. But has anything to do with the fate system or no?
No, it's not. Just these are just like fate as in like, destiny, chance, whatever. And maybe different colors, but I think the jade works well.
Okay. I'm not trying to worry you, but you may want to check.
With what?
Well, fate RPG system. I doubt it's an issue, but you know.
Yeah, I doubt it is too. But.
So what are the coins again? I don't remember exactly.
So these things.
Oh.
Basically they're dice, and there's a little ball bearing inside. And
yeah. Now I remember that. Yeah.
These are production proofs or early proofs. There's a whole bunch of different coins.
Yeah, pretty sweet. Who's making these?
Young inventor client of mine named Tanner Yarrow. He did that Kickstarter with the Infinite Dungeon.
I don't remember that, but
it was like a scroll that basically just opened up here.
Dungeon.
This thing.
Oh yeah.
So basically, just
did it come out?
Up. It came out a long time ago. Yeah, it did pretty well. It 575 grand. So
yeah, I would say so.
And then his next one was
RPG stuff just gets so much more money for like
it really does.
Like basic thing, not basic, but like, you know, like that's a lot of money for a map.
Yeah.
What did this one end up at?
$5.75.
$5.
And then his other one,
75 cents.
his other one,
575,000.
Okay, see, here's the thing,
It's
and
Canadian dollars.
maybe I'm the crazy person on this one.
Well, yeah.
But go back and show the thing, because I saw this when it was they were showing this off, whatever, and it was like, oh, it's like this reusable D&D scroll, and it was just kind of like, and I know I'm a curmudgeon when it comes to shut up. Yeah, I know I'm a curmudgeon when it comes to this stuff, whatever. But the functionality of this is so
situational.
It's so situational, and it's like, oh, and I got to make sure that all of my docs are exactly like this, and I got to make sure that all of my. It is a cool thing. It is a cool thing to have and point to and say, hey, look at this cool thing I have, right? I mean, I agree that it exists and it's a neat looking thing, but like to actually go ahead.
Yeah, but for $50, if you to have this for one event, for one campaign, or even adventure for $50, that would make it a memorable experience.
Maybe, but all of a sudden now the campaign that I want to create or whatever is like I gotta make it using this prompt.
Well, it comes with
but I mean, like if you think about it, you either have to draw the maps yourself of your own bespoke campaign, or so there's this is going to save you work in one way, doing you, and then you'll have to wedge your campaign into this setting, or the other way around, you have your campaign the way you want it, but you got to actually make the maps now.
So obviously the mob spoke and said that there's thousands of people that want this.
Sure.
So I mean, so but myself,
you're a lot of hands-on. So.
Yeah, myself.
Grandpa.
First of all, we've got away from using it's all theater of the mind. We just because we've.
You do okay.
Yeah, we but when the last campaign that we actually used a map, what we've been using, and we've been using it for 20 years, is a Chessex battle mat with a sheet of glass put over the top of it, and then just dry erase markers.
Draw on it.
Yeah, and it's just, and that way, it's made. And
15,000 backers on the other project they did.
$930,000 for this one.
Well, I mean, look at the first project they did. Is 16,000
yeah.
backers. How much money did that make?
What's it called? I'm clicking on it, but nothing's happening.
You may have to click on immersive battle maps for tabletop playing games. Is that a book?
Yeah, it is. It's a lay flat book.
Wow,
he did really well with these. He's a smart fella. Oh, this is a different one. But... So this one had 300,000.
Look, and like I said, obviously, I'm on the outside looking in of that.
Atlas Monday's book of battle maps.
There's just no way on earth I would use any of this stuff for my own campaigns.
940.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I think these coins are going to probably match this.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, you know how much those rings made? Millions.
Or look at the Orbadice. The Orbadice one was nuts.
Oh, I don't remember that, but
it was just recently.
Oh yeah.
800,000 euros.
Yeah. RPG is a ripe market. RPG accessories and I mean,
these guys did a good job with their campaign though. So
do those work?
Well, that's
because they don't spend $160 a game.
Yeah, the books are like $30-$40.
And it's not, and their shelves are not clogged with the same, like one game taking up the whole shelf. It's
yeah, but one set of dice, 77 euro.
How do they stay on the table?
There's a ball bearing inside.
Ooh,
okay,
that's cool.
So I had one of these. I had a D6 like this when I was 12 years old.
They were horrible.
It sucked then, and it sucks now.
Actually, hit the video. I'm actually want to see the video. I want to see it actually rolling. Does it
Well,
wobble
let's
around?
be fair. They're not going to show a video of it looking like it sucks.
No, I know, but I just want to. I'm just curious what it looks like.
Why is this not playing?
Don't know.
There it goes. Blaster light. It's like Pac-Man.
Dice are probably one of the oldest gaming tools known to humanity.
Where's the RPG backpack? Has anybody made an RPG or his backpack?
Sure.
Who is this hooded figure
Yes.
walking down the street?
They're not going to show it.
Sunlight.
It's Mystery of London.
The heck?
How long is this video?
What is that?
Yeah, hold on.
That's
2 minutes and
It's fine.
17
I can let it go. I'm actually curious to see.
There it is.
Well, we wait a half an hour for the roll dice to roll. Oh, 1.
Yeah, see, it's not so
Yeah,
bad
it
when
has
it's a
to.
low number, but I bet you here. Hold on.
Everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how a six-sided.
So watch them.
Oh, I like those dice.
Come on. There we go. Like,
Like
this
a
is what
bobblehead.
happens to it. It's horrible.
Yeah,
Like one of
they
them
just
punching
wobble around.
clowns. Yeah.
So if they're big, if they're smaller, they land quicker.
So can you imagine? So in these things, there's basically the inside looks like a
D6.
D6, right? Because there's, well, it's not D6. It's like basically there's 6 pockets that it could land in.
I like those distorted dice, man. I want some of those.
The distorted dice are
That's
pretty
with
cool.
my mind.
But
Cool.
can you imagine if there was it's bad enough when there's 6 sides to it. When there's 20
Yeah,
sides,
20. Yeah.
I remember I had a D30, like an actual faceted D30, and it rolled forever.
Yeah.
I also had a D100, which was spherical inside with facets on the outside, and there was a whole bunch of little ball bearings on the inside to weight it down. Yeah, so I would not have backed
Good for
the
them.
Orbit dice,
Yeah, that's cool.
but they did a really good job marketing, and it's a gimmick, and people love that stuff. So,
Obviously.
you know, are the dice coins any better? I don't know, but you know,
Dice rings sold 1 million, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I found my dice rings the other day, actually.
Did you?
But
I tried to print one
I bought
out.
like 5 or 6 of them.
It didn't really turn out that well, though.
Uh,
You know, I think the cool thing about these dice coins is he's getting I'm not sure if I could say, but I'll say it anyway. He's getting some help to write an RPG scenario with it as well. So that actually uses them as part of the lore.
Right. Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
back in the Marvel dice throne.
Yeah.
Probably not. Because I mean, it looks cool, but I'll never play it. Right?
Never played the original.
Dice throne's pretty fun.
Dice Throne is a good
Dice
game.
thrown once. It was fun.
Anybody back in Too Many Bones?
No.
I don't
No,
back games.
it's just one of those things where it's like I never know when I'll play it. Right?
Yeah.
I wish I had the money to back stuff, but I don't.
Did you get your Unfathomable yet, Lance? Pre-order?
No. Did you get yours?
No.
Don't know.
The last day that what I heard was that the earliest was sometime in November.
Oh, okay.
Was there any advantage of getting a pre-order or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Wasn't sure if a fantasy.
I thought
did that.
theoretically
Get
I'd
it before
get
it
I'd
sells
get it
out.
soon. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's your advantage. You don't have to wait.
I wasn't sure if Fantasy Flight did like a promo card or something. I didn't think
There might be a
wasn't
promo card, but I don't remember seeing
Yeah.
anything like that. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I played the new Azul.
Which
Oh,
one
yeah.
is-
How was it?
It's challenging.
is it?
Way more
That's the one
challenging.
with
than I
the-
think.
The screw?
It does. It has a screw.
A Chicago screw?
It's a double-sided. Yeah, I don't know what a Chicago screw is, but it's a metal
It's
spinner
that.
holder.
Yeah.
Metal thimble holder.
So and I'm not sure why they made the spinner. The spinner is almost useless. I mean, it does track your it's 4 turns in the game, right? And it shows you what colors and symbols you'll score each round, but it's static. I would much rather that have just been a tile system that you just draw out and mix up, which would have been way cooler.
See games like Coloma and other stuff like that. It's a gimmick that they
nothing
want
to
to
do with
use,
that.
right?
Yeah, Coloma's way cooler with that. I mean, here's the thing. I like the game. It's super hard though. Like you get frustrated because I mean, it's just like the original game where if you want to put a 6 value tile on the board, you gotta pay 5 other tiles.
Right.
Right. And then you have to match the color or the symbol in this case. And then you're making groups of tiles of matching color or symbol on your board, but you can't have any duplicates. So if you have a group of green tiles, you can't match any symbols. They all have to be unique. And if you have a group of like say bird tiles, you can't have any duplicate colors. And you're putting them in this hexagon grid, and you have to actually buy the tiles to put them more tiles on the board. Like your forest only starts with 1 tile in the middle, which has room for like maybe I think 6 tiles, but you have to buy more to build your garden further out, and it's pretty hard. But it has the same rule as like if you take the color, you get all of that color. If you take the symbol, you get all of that symbol. That's the new part. I think it was only colors before, right? I don't think symbols mattered at all.
I don't remember.
But in this case, you can get like if I take it's things in a garden. So like a tree, a bird, a butterfly, a tulip, a flower, and bluebells or something like that. So if you take like let's say the tulips, you get all the tulips, no matter all the colors of that tulip, but no dupes, meaning you can't get 2 of a kind. And you draft and you put them in your garden area, storage area, and then as an action you can build into the garden, which takes currency of other tiles you have to discard.
That's cool.
Okay.
But it's neat. It's
They've kind of done a couple of different themes. They did the stained glass one, and then there's this one.
Yeah.
So I only played the original.
And if you surround elements on the board, you get wild tokens that are very useful. Wild tokens, but they're not as. I wish they would have just made more like. If they made these, this is a criticism, gray plastic tiles that are the wilds. I'm like, why don't you just make them like a really cool color combo that's not in the game?
So speaking of tulips,
Gray's kind of neutral, maybe.
But they're kind of ugly. I mean, it's like this fancy garden you have building, but you have gray tiles that you're using as wilds.
Yeah.
And they're different shapes too. Like they're.
Yeah, but they're tiles, so it's hard to make them multicolored.
Right. Well, you could put a sticker. I mean, it's printed, right? It's not actually, I think this is the one. I don't know if they did multicolor. I think they only did single color prints.
Are they inked like dice would be?
They're fusion. They're heat fused.
Oh, they're heat transfer?
Yeah.
Oh fuck that! It doesn't matter if it's the same price for one.
I know. Why didn't they put a lot of colors? They didn't put any color into it. It's actually it needs more color for a garden game.
And they should have used white tiles and colored the.
Maybe, but well, you need colored tiles because you either take.
No, I mean for like wilds.
Yeah, they should use white. That would look nice.
White, and then have multicolored prints.
Yeah. They also use 2 shades of blue and 2 shades of purple, and 2 shades of green. So there's only 6 colors. There's only 3 real colors, which I was like,
mind you, I was in that same situation with merchants. So
light green, dark green, light purple, dark purple, light blue, and yellow. And the yellow has white printing on it. I'm being very critical, but
we talked about that the other night. Christian,
and it's white printing on a yellow tile, and you can't see it.
Yeah.
Depending on the yellow, it's really difficult. Yeah,
it's super bright white, like light yellow.
Oh yeah,
it's not dark at all.
You need a deep mustard to do that.
Yeah. So the contrast.
Colonel mustard
in the library with the pipe, the hash pipe.
I got my hash pipe down there.
Yeah. I need to play it again because I played wrong. And then you lose a ton of points if all the tiles you don't play, you lose the number of points they're worth. I had 2 6s and a 5 and a 4, so I lost 12, 17, 21 points at the end of the game. I'm like, what? I had no chance of playing them at all. So it has a bit of a crushing end part, but It's cool though. I thought it was fun. It's an Azul style drafting, place the tiles on the board deal. Way more thinking than I remember the other games being. Like I remember Summer Pavilion being real breezy.
Yeah, I only played the original, and again, it was. I'm short of any sense then. But yeah, it didn't.
This is definitely the gamer version.
There was an actual screw in the game, Scott. You actually had to screw something into a board.
So you get a piece of very light cardboard. It's almost like cardstock as a board. And this is a turn order board and a score track.
Okay.
Right? And you screw two pieces of cardboard that make a dial onto that board, but it's a metal screw that goes through. So you can unscrew it and flip the board over. And I didn't know what the difference is between the two board sides, but I don't know why it would matter.
It's kind of weird that they would actually.
It is a little weird.
I'm sure they had like an insert that you could do.
I need to look at the two sides to see what they are on different, because you could unscrew it and flip it over. Although the screw is very tight, I couldn't actually screw it all the way down without pliers. And I didn't have any pliers, so I just screwed it as far as it would go. And then
you didn't bring pliers to game night? What the hell were you thinking, Scott?
And a screwdriver.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It just seems odd that you would have to bring a screwdriver to play a game. And there should be like an insert or something.
I bring vodka and orange juice to play a game a lot of times.
Those normal spinner things are like, they're plastic, right? But they do pop out. Maybe they just wear out. Like they don't stay together.
I'm sure they can make them in metal. You know.
Well, this is a metal screw. It's a metal screw into a socket.
It's like an aluminum Chicago screw or whatever they're called.
Yeah. No, I could see it being that small and spinner. I could see what he's talking about, but that's just an odd choice for something that you're going to use constantly. Yeah.
Well, I need to look at the other side of the board just to see what the differences are, because I don't know if it matters. I mean,
okay.
Maybe if you're tired of one side of the board, you can flip it over, but I don't know what changes. I can't remember.
Okay.
There's an Adam Savage video as to why Chicago screws are called Chicago screws.
Neither do I. But you're from Canada, you use them weird Phillips screws and all that.
So
how is a Phillips screw weird?
Not Phillips, I'm sorry. Thompson. What was it?
Robertson.
It's
like the best. It's a square.
They are good screws, but yeah. It's just
you don't have them in the States?
They're fairly recent. I remember when I was building houses, we used them for decking screws only. Because the guns we used, and then eventually they got a little more popular. They're more popular now, but I think that the star bits, were they torsion?
Phillips?
No, they're not the Phillips. Torsion, I think, like the star bits.
Torx, yeah.
I think they got more popular than the Robertsons down here.
Right.
So do you see the spokes on the wheel here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this defines what scores. Dark green. Trees and light blue in the first turn, and then you rotate it, and then you score butterflies and birds and butterflies and dark purple, and then you score. It rotates like a quarter each time, which defines your scoring things.
I bet you these might not even be that bad for color blindness.
No, there's no.
So it's light and dark green. It's light and dark purple, light blue, and then light yellow. That's it.
Yeah, but they're not like right next to each other.
No, but I don't know. The opposite side of the board must just define a different pattern.
Okay.
Although it doesn't make sense to score the trees. Like you kind of want to always score the lowest to the highest because of the quantities, right? Like you're not going to get a blue bell on the first turn. Well, maybe you would, but very unlikely because you got to pay 5 tiles to put it on the board.
Okay.
But a tree is free. Goes around the board. Bird is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Anyway,
and that middle part underneath that doesn't spin, or
we got all our shelves. Our shelves are a little bare this year. You can see how few games got released. I mean, some are actually. It's more. It just needs to be spaced out more. But here's all our new stuff.
Ooh, summer camp. That looks kind of fun.
Yeah, summer camp's supposed to be pretty good.
So Scott, you got all the games in from Essen, and
all the games from Essen are there, and
Gen Con and all that. You got everything
all there. Yep.
How many did you get this year? Do you know?
Quantity?
Yeah. Or I should say single titles, not quantity, because I know you get duplicates.
I would
sometimes.
say probably 300, maybe 400, but it's probably 300, 350, 400, something like that.
Speaking of Gen Con, we were playing tonight. I had to grab a book because the table has a neoprene on it. So I went and grabbed one of the first edition AD&D books off the shelf at my buddy's place. I grabbed, and in the back of the book, there's an ad for Gen Con from like 1977. And there's like just black and white, no branding. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. Was it
Very
where you
good
could
job.
fill it out and mail it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really neat.
Oh, I
Back
went
when it was
to.
at Lake Geneva. Did you go then, Scott?
Oh no. The first time I went was 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, really?
So we went to Gen Con, I want to say in 2010, maybe, thinking it was a board game thing, but it was not at all. Like there was almost no board game companies there.
Really?
Only like the standard, like Mayfair, Fantasy Flight, etc. It was, and basically we came to a decision that there was not enough board game content for us to go to Gen Con, and that was the case for many years.
What were the big cons then for board games at that point?
Essen.
Right.
Essen was really the only one.
Yeah.
But then Gen Con, something happened.
Yeah, I wonder.
Probably want to say crowdfunding happened.
Oh yeah.
And that changed it all.
I'll do it.
So when did Origins go on your radar?
Maybe a year after.
After.
Yeah, Origins has been
in
around
fact-
for a long time too.
Yeah, they kind of approached us to come.
Did they?
Back, it was under different management, and the manager, the person who ran it, was like, "You guys should come," and I'm like, "Okay," and we should come to Gamma too, Gamma Trade Show, and we did.
Oh, okay.
But that was because persistence from the manager, management.
Right.
We didn't really want to. We didn't really go. It wasn't on our radar really. But yeah, for ages, Gen Con was board games and RPGs, and Mayfair. Mayfair was there forever.
At Mayfair.
Yeah.
There was a World Board Game Championship. Is that what it's called?
I'm
Something
really
like
interested in
WBC.
that.
Yeah, I meant to go to that before it moved. It was not close, but not far from here. Like a couple hour drive.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the new one.
They moved it somewhere. I think closer to Pittsburgh or something. It's a good 6-7 hours. Yeah. But I was wondering if any of you guys went to it.
Nope.
No. Too serious for me.
I even talked to Secret Cabal guys.
Because
He said they went to it once.
Like
or
tournaments,
something like
right?
that. Yeah, pretty much from what they were saying.
Yeah, a lot of tournaments, some open gaming, but not. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was that's not the focus. It's all about tournaments of those games.
I was just curious. Is that how Gen Con and all that started out, and they evolved, or?
No, Gen Con was D&D.
Oh, that's right. I thought that was Origins.
Yeah, at
for
first it
some
was
reason.
not even D&D. It was simulated warfare kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Yep, miniatures and what have you.
Back when it was Strategic Simulations Incorporated or whatever.
Okay.
I'm sure you've watched this, Matthew, but has anybody else watched the Art of D&D?
Oh, the Eye of the Beholder?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Movie?
It's on Amazon Prime. It's a documentary. It just talks about how the original artists were basically like a bunch of 18 and 19-year-old kids right out of high school.
Oh, cool. What was the name of it?
The Eye of the Beholder.
The Eye of the Beholder.
And they were all slaves. They got no money whatsoever for their art.
Yeah, they just thought it was super cool that they were getting their pictures, the stuff they drew in like Dragon magazine and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, pizza.
I didn't know they're doing a Wheel of Time video. That's just on the homepage here. November 19th, The Wheel of Time, Amazon original series.
And they're making more Dragonlance content too.
All right.
Eye of the Beholder is a good watch. Just
Yep.
you can kind of.
It's funny. So movies, I haven't loaded this in a while, but on my Prime movies we think you'll like, I've got Heavy Metal 2000, George Carlin, You Are All Diseased. I didn't even know there was a movie of that. I guess it's just a special.
This sounds like mine.
I know.
Yeah, it sounds like mine too.
Heavy Metal 2000 was a garbage movie.
It was very bad.
Yeah, we had to really stretch to make a video game out of that movie. We had a couple characters in there that were from the movie, but like it was mostly our own design, you know.
Heavy Metal was so
the
good,
original Heavy Metal movie
Yeah.
was with the basically the episodic things.
It's okay.
Like,
It's
don't sweat
okay.
it, Charlie. I got an angle.
I got an
I
angle.
got an angle.
The short the best one is the short little B-17. You know.
Oh yeah,
That one's pretty good. Nyborg, man. Let's do some Nyborg.
Yeah.
That's,
I like
the
the
line.
John Candy one as well.
When he says, what does he say? He says,
like,
"Oh
where
no,
he
go
gets
ahead."
strong and naked, and
Yeah.
all, he's like, I can hold my breath.
John Candy.
John Candy was the voice.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
It
watch.
was, it was a teenage wimp turned into a hulking hero brute, and I like the last one too with the revenge of the. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, and I can't remember the
She's riding
line.
she's riding a white,
like on a pterodactyl type thing.
Pterodactyl
Yeah.
type thing, yeah. And then but she's got the line, the evil guy's got the line after he turns and mutates her, he goes, Death to all that oppose us. But no, the I got an angle or whatever. That was the one where it was the guy had the line, his lawyer had the line where it's just like, good Lord, he's like, you got to say something. And right now, the best we can do is to have your body buried in an unmarked grave so they don't dig you up and molest your body.
Yeah. Of course, there was a time where he ran the the preschooler's prostitute ring or whatever he said.
Yes,
it happens. It happens.
Just going through his list of crimes. Yeah, no, the Lochnar.
Which one was the Lochnar?
Well, that was that's
that
what they
was the
called it.
dragon
That was
thing.
the globe. That was the
Yeah.
globe thing.
Yeah, we had the Lochnar in our game as well, but I don't know if we called it the Lochnar. God,
Oh,
I can't. I need to get. I'm not gonna waste my time. I have my copy sitting here on my shelf.
No, that was
Where stuff goes to die.
I do remember the last thing where
I have them too.
he goes, back home I was nothing, but here I'm Den. You know, John Candy.
Yeah. Den.
Den. He was just Den. That was his name. Yeah.
I was just gonna watch something Candy was in. And Spies Like Us, but I didn't have time.
What the dick?
You know. Can I?
The
I'm
Chevy
sorry.
Chase one.
Sorry. The other thing that like we were talking about the movie Dune. The thing that like I mentioned
3
earlier.
hours ago.
No. You just made me think of something else. Right? So
Okay.
So the thing that annoyed me that I said that this was like, save it for the next movie kind of thing, because it just looked silly. So the fact that, and this isn't much of a spoiler, it's just the fact that you never got to see a navigator in this one.
Yeah, that's I wanted to talk about that actually. Why did they get rid of the navigators?
Well, I don't think they did. I just think that they're keeping that as we're not going to show them to you just yet.
But they had the whole navigators come to the planet.
Well, that's how the navigators help them get. But remember, the navigators are the ones that, like they're the ones that ferry the people to and fro. But the navigators are more powerful than the emperor. I mean,
Sure.
because
they were running things.
Oh yeah, and so they're the ones that are telling the emperor what to do. So, and we haven't met the emperor yet in the movie either.
Yeah, I'm like so bummed that there's so many characters. I mean, maybe that was to avoid character bloat.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a lot of characters. There's a lot of characters in that movie.
I just
Sting's character.
So we haven't met Fade. We haven't met Fade either.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, they're waiting
Yeah.
for the second half for that. I'm sure.
And
guess.
let's totally be fair. Like in this movie, you really didn't see Batista do anything. I mean, he barely did
barely-
anything.
I wanted more screen time.
Died pretty well.
He didn't die in this one.
He's not dead.
Not
Not Batista.
Momoa.
Sorry, I think of the other guy.
Not Momoa. Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
And
No, the guy that Paul killed.
Oh yeah. Hey, no spoilers. And then but we haven't met the Emperor yet. We haven't seen a Navigator. We haven't. I mean, like somebody mentioned, how much money did Zendaya get paid for this to like basically have
Say
like
2 lines.
like 2 or maybe 3 lines?
Yeah.
and then just kind of
look at a couple of dream sequences.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it was
then
just
it's like, wow, I want that job.
What does it matter though?
no. I mean, it's just interesting.
It's just such a like so little content in that movie.
The movie was fantastic, right? And the thing is that they I remember the first trailer, and they actually had the line where when it's in the book, and they in the first trailer they actually had the line where Paul says, you know, he's talking about his dreams, and he's talking to the Bene Gesserit, and he says, I see my father, he loses one planet but he gains another, and the Bene Gesserit says he'll lose that one too. And like, but that they didn't have that. It was like,
in the movie.
That line's not in the movie, but it was in the very first trailer. So I mean, they just cut it out, you know, for whatever reason. But I remember that line from the movie when he's because he's talking about his dreams, and then they're.
It must have sucked on production for them. They were in the rain a lot in that movie. There was tons of rain. I've never seen a movie with so much rain.
And didn't they run in the COVID? Weren't they filming when COVID broke out? Is that one of them?
Probably.
Films? I think it was. I don't think it was post production. I think it was actually.
It looked like real rain.
I did not recognize Stellan Skarsgård either.
No, Fade's got it.
Yeah.
Chances that Fade at some point says, "I will kill him."
It'll come.
I don't think that'll be in the movie.
What do you think?
Can I hope that Sting gets?
So I thought I recognized the Mentat of the Pier. What is his name? Pier something.
Which Mentat? You only see 2 Mentats.
The Mentat that is on the Harkonnen side.
Oh yeah,
that's the polka dot man.
Well, yeah, he
David
also
Dastmalchian.
He also had a small role in The Dark Knight. He was one of the Joker's cronies in The Dark Knight.
He was in MacGyver the series as Murdoch.
Yeah,
the new one.
Yeah, he's finding his spots as a that guy actor.
He's a recovering heroin addict.
I love the fact that they're not.
I can see that actually.
There was no exposition in there. There was no exposition explaining how the shields worked. They you know, it was and then no explanation as to, well, why aren't they using laser guns and things like that? Oh, because everybody's got a shield, and so you can't shoot people. You have to get up close.
Yeah, it was smart. It was really smart.
Except they shot people in the movie.
They did with very specific weaponry. You have to. It is like,
seemed pretty darn effective.
And that was in the well. But did you notice 99% of all the combats, they're just hitting each other with swords? Yeah. I mean, very little.
Well, maybe
combat.
only certain levels of guard qualified
like
for a shield.
Nuclear bombs landing.
Well, but did you notice the bombs actually like they slowed down and then they spiraled in?
Yeah, that was awesome. But they still exploded in a big, huge way.
Well, yeah, of course they did, but because you penetrated the shield at that point.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is in the books, if you read them and then the lore, is that you could shoot somebody with those weapons that slowed down. But the biggest thing is that, like, if you're aware of it, that's why they shot what's his face in the back, because he couldn't reach back and grab the needle and pull it out. Because if you shoot somebody up close, they're able to, you know, push it off of them and then and get it done. So and those bombs, they're so massive. What are you gonna do? Go up there and push it with your hands or something? You know, I mean, you can't do it.
Shield technology seemed really ineffective.
Well, the shield technology did exactly what it's supposed to be. If somebody comes up and swings a sword at you or tries to shoot you with a projectile weapon, it's not going to hurt you. But
except if it's a certain speed, it penetrates the shield.
But that's the whole thing, is that they're just like our combat. Like we used to line up in rows and shoot at each other because that was the best way to handle things. And and then combat evolves to a certain point where that doesn't work anymore. Well, now, I mean, it's just like, we have like drone technology and things like that. So, it doesn't seem really effective to send people out to get shot when we have drones. And so it's like you evolve to a certain point. So right now, the shields, they have weapons that can affect the shields, but you could poison somebody, or you could, or things like that. But what are you going to do? Just not have shields so somebody can walk up and hack you with a sword? No, you still have that. It's just like you adapt the way you fight. And that's why you didn't see people like just mowing people down with M60s and machine guns, because that type of weaponry was no longer useful anymore. I just the amount. I mean, there was obviously there was a ton of stuff laid out by Herbert in his world building that he created, but the fact that Villanueva was able to just take it and build it up so much was pretty amazing, in my opinion. It was one of the best sci-fi movies I can remember seeing, like probably since Blade Runner 2049. Actually, I mean. The guy's a good guy. The way the guy makes his movies appeals to me, and I enjoy it. Yes,
it was okay. I'm waiting to see the next one. The other side.
Yeah, you'll be waiting.
Yes,
you will. You will be waiting.
Dune shields have always been problematic, Chad.
What's that?
The Dune shields are always problematic. Chad is making fun of us because we're debating all the effectiveness of.
Nah, the first one,
Dune
the
shields.
first movie, them shields were horrible. The first movie, it was just like a glob over them.
I like the movie. I just feel like if I just gush about it all day, it's boring to talk about.
It was so good.
I mean, there's a lot of things I loved about the movie. I love that battle scene. It was so good.
Well,
I didn't understand why the Sardaukar people dropped in so slowly. That didn't make sense to me, but I guess that's a thing.
Being stealth, I think. Was the point.
It was so slow.
Was it that slow?
I mean, they're literally going like.
I was high, Scott. Everything.
It also looked really cool. I mean, so don't ever question the fact that
they should have used Death Trooper or Jump Troopers from Warhammer 40K or whatever they're called, really, with the jump jets.
I
didn't understand this whole flying technology that some people had and some people didn't.
The ornithopters are super cool too.
Right, because Baron he could fly up to the ceiling.
Right.
Right, and it seems the Sardaukars had this anti-gravity device, and I don't know what that was all about, but whatever.
No,
not everything needs to be explained.
The other thing that I really
that's meant for the nerds.
Yes, the Sardaukar chant was awesome. Blah, 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 blah,
the chanting, the war chant, and then did you notice they had all the human sacrifices? And
that's totally Warhammer. That's totally like the Blood Angels or whatever. Not the Blood Angels. What is, I don't know. One of the some 40K.
Well, and if you read about the Sardaukar, I mean, they were like, it's one of those like they train like at 6 years old. You join the Sardaukar, and half of them don't live to be 11.
Just sounds fun.
Yeah, and it's just.
Do they get paid?
And they
they're mercenaries, so
no, they're religious zealots.
Yeah, they're
in service to the empire. I mean, they and that's why and they're generally. I mean, so in the books, the Sardaukar are generally thought of to be like the end all be all, like only like the House Atreides, like top level like sword masters could hold their own against them. That was like pretty much the only thing that was good enough to beat them. But when they met the Fremen were actually better than they were. That was in the books. It was like the Fremen just owned them, and just like because whereas they had this whole thing about like the Sardaukar like were raised on brutality, but even their man-made brutality couldn't match the brutality of Arrakis that was always there, that the Fremen dealt with every single day of their lives. So that's why they became Anyway, yeah, good stuff. I mean, I thought that what's his face? I can't think of his name right now. For me, he was like unrecognizable until I realized until the voice clicked on me. Bad guy in No Country for Old Men. Javier Bardem.
Oh yeah, no, he's awesome.
Well, no, he's awesome, and I was sitting there, I was like, God, where's that guy's voice? And who is this guy? I was just sitting there, it's like, God dang it, who is this guy? And then all of a sudden, it was like, 10 minutes left of the movie, it clicked for me. I was like, oh, Javier Bardem,
Bilgar.
Yeah, yeah.
He spits on the table. I laughed.
Yeah.
One bit of humor in the whole movie.
And I liked
they
the
won't
fact
overuse it, Scott. They went over to
I like the fact that I mean they're staying with the books, they're not changing anything, they're not radicalizing anything. You can still I mean, it sucked. There were two scenes with Momoa that I thought and I was very, very picky, but the way that he presented his lines or the way that he was doing his scene, I was just it just felt stunted. I don't know. I guess
there was another bit of comedy where he said, "Oh, did you get some muscle?"
Yeah,
maybe. Or what? Really? No.
He felt very wooden in a couple of moments, but that's fine. I mean, that's just me probably being.
It could be him finding his character too.
Yeah, and then
it was definitely he was sort of reading lines when he was talking about a few things. It was there's some
that is a perfect way. That it's a perfect way for you to describe it. He was just reading the line instead of acting the line. I mean, that was
it was complex. It was more complex dialogue though, because it was I don't know. There was some. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Lance. But...
And then I did have a great moment where my daughter looked over me and goes, "That guy sounds a lot like Thanos." And I was like, I was like, "That is Thanos." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, that's
Josh Brody."
Yeah. And then and obviously with Josh Brolin, who has he has one of my favorite roles. He's he's playing Gurney, which is one of my favorite characters in the book. I mean, I was like, God, they're gonna screw this up and they're gonna give a different ending for Gurney, but nope, they didn't. I was really
Gurney. I am smiling.
Yes,
it's another humor. Three humors.
It's subtle, Scott.
I know it was there. And
one thing about Momoa, there was that scene when he came back from the desert, and then he rejoined the people and he shaved. It's just that. It was almost unrecognizable to me at first. It was just I haven't seen him unshaved in so long.
Yeah, not enough Spacing Guild, not enough Mentat. What else was missing?
Yeah, and so because in the books, Gurney was the Atreides war master, and he was just the end all be all of everything. And in the books, he was just super cool. And then if you remember, Patrick Stewart played him.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
In the original, which I thought was cool. And then but yeah, so we'll get more Gurney if you I believe.
I don't understand the hunter seeker technology. How can it be sitting in front of your face and the guy? I guess it was dark or something.
It's movement.
It's based off movement.
But he's controlling it with a remote control.
Oh, the controlling.
I mean, obviously, this is written in the 70s, right? Or when was it written? I don't know the years.
60s, I think.
60s.
Yeah.
Drone technology had not been invented yet. You can control a drone with a remote control and have better accuracy than that little hunter killer.
Well, again, it's another world, so you don't really understand.
Well, they could have
technology. If you notice, there's really no computers in this world.
Well, that's Dune lore, right?
Yeah,
there's a reason why
I'm saying. It's just part of their.
That's why they have the Mentats human computer.
It's part of their world.
Yeah, but they don't explain it. But there's an explanation.
But
it's not in this book.
I didn't even think of that, Scott. Yeah.
They I liked the fact that So with Gurney, what?
1965.
1965. Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
gonna say.
it's interesting that they had a drone technology written about in 1965.
I mean,
I think they were in their very, very early infancy.
Did we have drones in 1965?
You'd be surprised what they had back in the 65.
Actually, we have had that stuff. We have had that technology. We've had it
we've had heat-seeking missiles and GPS and all that since or the heat-seeking missiles since the 50s, or 40s. I think it was World War II they were developing and all that,
What was the deal with the hand signals? Is that in the book?
Yep. There's a lot of people it's just sign language kind of thing.
It was very minimal sign language. It was right, prepare for an attack. Right?
Well,
yeah, I know.
I wish they had done more with Shadow Mapes, but I realized that it's Shadow Mapes just kind of shows up and vanishes too in the book and stuff. So.
I think it was just more than the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely more than the first. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can go over so much of the stuff that I really enjoyed, but
I think the movie wasn't really meant for people like you per se. It was, but it wasn't. It was.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it with Michelle and
introduce a new generation
or falls asleep.
I think it's meant to bring in a new generation in the Dune.
I guess,
but not steer too far from the books.
I mean, I know what you're saying, Barry, but to have 2/3 of a movie, 1/3, actually, it's really 1/3 of the story, right? It's supposed to be 3 movies, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think some people know that. Yeah, or knew that going in.
It's definitely an awkward ending. You're like, oh, it's over. Okay.
Yeah. But then again, I'm not really into the movie
definitely not
that either.
If I was in control, I definitely would have done 1/3 of a movie. Would have done the full first story. I mean, it had been done before. It can do it. It can be done.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. Not that they
maybe COVID did shut it down. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised it's not that they didn't release it all, but that they didn't at least film it all at once.
Apparently, it was hidden from the studio that it was not going to be the full movie. It was hidden.
So they ran out of money.
Well, it's Legendary Entertainment, which I don't know what they bought Tabletop, so maybe they didn't have enough money to spend on a Dune movie.
No, I mean the production ran out of money.
I know. I'm just making a Tabletop joke.
I can't be the only person that got with Baron Harkonnen. I cannot be the only person with Skarsgård's portrayal of him.
It's a little bit
understated. It is understated, but it was like he was channeling Kurtz from
Colonel Kurtz.
Colonel Kurtz.
Yeah. From
Apocalypse Now. I mean, just that whole
totally.
Totally. He's just because he was just just labored way of talking and just and the fact that he was always half shadow and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a little weird. I was expecting more of a Dune David Lynch version, just totally a crazy, insane guy. I guess that was Raban.
Yeah.
That's cool. No heart plugs.
No what?
No heart plugs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they did. They were wearing the translucent pajamas or whatever, the translucent.
Yeah.
The nurses or whatever, the doctors.
I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I've seen the other ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. What was in the book. Hawat. Yeah, Hawat was the vet tat, and we'll see more of him, obviously.
Yeah, will he have been poisoned?
Well, in the book,
he gets a heart plug.
Well, yeah, and in the book, he starts working for the Harkonnens.
Right. Like a traitor.
Well,
I thought they forced him to.
Well, they force him to, and then he actually works from within to undermine them
Right.
in the books. I mean, I'm assuming they'll follow through with that.
I saw an HD version of that scene with the Baron and Raban and the Mentat. Or no, not the Mentat, the Sting Fade on YouTube, and it's ridiculously how high. I'm like, can you please re-release that movie in 4K? It looks so good. Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Is there a high resolution version of the movie? All movies like that, or just the one scene?
Someone had remastered that scene, and I'm like, how did they do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I 2023 will be here 1,000 years from now. So
it'll come like no time. You said the same thing with Star Wars and all that.
Yeah, well, I don't need you.
2 years, chill.
I don't need you shitting on.
I'm not shitting on your parade. I'm saying.
Yeah, pooping in my cereal, so to
Pissing
speak.
in the Cheerios.
Nope, I think I'm looking forward to it, and I think
the thing that sucks now is when I search for 4K and all I get is the new stuff.
Is it?
So I can't find it. I should have seen the video.
I might actually go see the second half in the theater.
No, you don't get to. Sorry.
It's my money. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah. No, it was just a really, really good sci-fi movie. And
I liked it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it.
I'm just being nitpicky.
Yeah, you are. I'm kidding, Scott.
No.
I was surprised because I did not know that Dennis Villanueva was. I didn't know he was Canadian. But I was like, oh, I never researched him. I figured Matt would have brought that up. I can't imagine why he didn't.
Maybe he doesn't.
Did you guys see Arrival?
Yep.
I thought Arrival was good.
Is that a Villanova movie?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. What trailers did you see in the movie while you're waiting for the next one to come up?
HBO Max. I watched on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. I saw one for something called Licorice Pizza, which is
that movie looks pretty good actually. I'm interested in that movie.
Paul Thomas Anderson coming of age film.
But it's what's his name's son?
It's Hoffman's son.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's
Philip
son.
Seymour Hoffman. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looked entertaining. The Batman, which looks
the Batman.
It looks good.
The Batman looks good.
I hope they don't rehash the origin story again, but I mean, I'm
ready
for some new content.
They aren't rehashing an orange story. They are kind of doing it. From what I've read, they're going to do it the Michael Keaton way, where it's just like the Batman is around, like kind of thing, and like nobody really knows what's going on. They're not going to go through the whole,
This is year 2, from what I understand.
Yeah. So
I posted that HD 48 frames per second.
Oh, okay.
In the chat, if you want to take a look at it. I mean, can I have the whole movie like that, please?
I'll go see the Batman. I don't know how I feel.
Villeneuve.
What's his name?
Villeneuve. Okay. Thank you, Kabuki.
Villeneuve.
Denis.
So Dennis Villanueva, as I said. Denny Villeneuve. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hold on. I haven't busted up my Kabuki Kid impersonation. I believe you pronounce it Denny Villeneuve. Okay, there you go.
One day I hope she meets you in public.
Anthony has played games with her.
I know Andy has. I know Jamie has too. They met what's his name? He has that thing at his house. I can't remember his name. The designer.
Played any good games lately, Forrest?
You have to unmute yourself if you want to say something. Forrest.
He doesn't want to talk to you.
Forrest.
He's watching his videos.
Forrest. Are you busy? Are you busy watching your own videos? You know, like talking about how awesome you think about.
Did
how
you guys
awesome
all turn your two-step authentication on your YouTube channels? Did you get that warning?
What?
If you
I've had that for a while.
Two-step authentication.
Yeah.
It says you will lose access to your YouTube channel if you don't turn it on by November 1st.
What's that?
YouTube.
Turn what on?
Two-step authentication.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They've been mailing me every day for like the past 2 months. I forgot to turn it on. Oh, and on the Board Game Geek channel.
To check my.
I have it on my own channel.
La di da.
To check. I don't go on YouTube on the computer too much.
It's only if you have a creator channel. Well, you do have a creator channel.
I do.
Check your
been
emails.
used in a while. Yeah.
Log in and check your emails. I mean, see me. I don't know what they would do if they would lock you out like that.
I don't know.
Seems weird to lock you out.
Yeah.
It happens. They want all your information now. All of it. Your phone number.
You always say it happens. It happens.
What else you got to do, Lance? I learned recently. Well, not recently, but it was cemented recently. Shit's just out of control sometimes. You just go with the flow.
I was like, I think I told you guys about this. If you want to listen to when Norm Macdonald was on the Mark Marone WTF podcast, like he talked about like the biggest thing that he had a problem with or whatever was the fact that that you weren't in control of your life, basically. Like you really didn't really have a lot of control over what's going on in your life, and like how that was, difficult for him to accept, and just say, and then of course that made, after listening to that made me have to sit there and think about it. There's nothing worse than waking up in the middle of the morning at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning and like all of a sudden like you can't fall asleep and those little mind creepers start entering into your brain about, it's like, can you imagine that your entire life has been pointless? You just have no idea, do you? It's like, shut up, stop it. But you can't. Can't do anything about it. Anyway, no.
You can't. Lost Forest again, or did he go for it?
I have no idea. Who knows? Where did Aldi go?
He said, "I'll be right back." Since you like Halloween so much, I got a little quiz we could play when they get back.
Okay.
About how to.
What somebody showed me here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this now. Somebody. What's this? Told me about.
Have you guys played the game called Inscription yet?
No.
You heard of it?
Sounds familiar.
Very cool.
Video game. Video game? No.
No,
I don't do video games.
It goes places. It has some interesting things there.
It can never keep my attention.
It's a deck builder. It's sort of like Slay the Spire, but not exactly.
Okay.
It has a path where you choose your path to go, get more cards or upgrade your cards or do a fight or there's a whole bunch of other stuff in there. But basically, I thought I beat it tonight, but I did not. And it goes into a very odd place. But it has some very cool stuff. There's like you're in an escape room type room. And there's puzzles in the room that you have to solve. And then you play the game too. So it's a combination of escape room and puzzle game or card battle game. But really cool style. And I don't want to spoil anything, but basically when you think you beat it, you did not beat it. I guess that's sort of a spoiler, but not really.
So it's a video game deck builder?
Yep.
Huh.
I don't know if you. It's not exactly a deck builder, but basically what you're doing is you start with a four card deck, right? And then when you put a monster, it's a 4-lane card battler. You know what I mean by say that?
Yeah.
So you put your monsters in a lane, they attack forward.
Yeah.
You're trying to do more damage to the other guy before he kills you. There's monsters coming at you. And you pay for things with squirrels. Use squirrels as mana. Okay. You can also sacrifice your own creatures as mana too. So it's very interesting choices of the gameplay. So you might sacrifice a weaker creature to bring out a stronger creature.
Right.
There's a whole mess of creatures. And there's the cards talk to you. There's like dialogue from the cards. Pretty neat. Hey, Kevin O'Hare. Kevin O'Hare is not coming to BGCon this year, unfortunately.
Womp womp.
He may never step in the foot in Texas ever again.
Really?
I think
somebody was giving me these stats or whatever that like it's something like 45% of people believe in ghosts. There's all these like Halloween stats, and like 30% of people believe that they have at one time in their lives lived in a haunted house or their home has been haunted. Do either of you ever? I've told you about the.
You've told us
the kid across the street.
I thought didn't you have something in your haunted house? I can't remember what you told me.
No, there was the kid across the street, and it actually was recognized as a like American haunted house or whatever, and it was and like I was there a couple of times, and you'd be like, it would be just me and him sitting in his room in the basement, like playing with Hot Wheels cars, and all of a sudden you'd just hear like cupboards being opened and closed and slammed shut, and I was like, I said, I remember saying, I thought nobody was home. He's like, oh, that's just the ghost.
Did you have a changeling in the house?
A changeling?
The changeling. Remember the story of the changeling?
Oh yeah. No, I
almost watched that movie the other night. Like I saw some guy do a deep dive on the movie, and it made me want to watch it again. But I'm like, I don't really want to be that scared right now. Because that movie's damn scary.
You're talking about the old George C. Scott movie, right?
Yeah. The Changeling.
You watched? There was a deep dive on the movie.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I gotta find that because that's like one of my all-time favorite.
It's and I forgot the story, but it's pretty intense.
Yeah. No, that's a good little movie.
I know I've seen it.
Yeah, is it ROTD?
Hold on, I'll find it.
Yeah, I don't think so, because this guy's got 13 views on his thing.
One of those subscriptions I have. I wish you could just search your subscriptions. That would be a nice.
Oh yeah,
or search. I found it.
Or search your history. That'd be another one.
Yeah.
I turned off all my history of tracking on YouTube. I'm tired or Google.
What telling you what
you have you ever looked at your history in YouTube or Google's history of what they do?
Yeah,
I'm like, no.
But they're still recording it. What? I mean, you have an Alexa, don't you?
They're all turned off.
They're all turned off?
Yeah. Muted.
Really?
I turn it on when I want it, and then I turn it off.
You really think it's turned off?
It better be.
Is it still plugged in? Do you unplug it from the wall?
So I have an Alexa and Orbi combined. You know what Orbi is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
And it's a speaker.
Do you unplug it from the wall then?
No, just muted.
Oh, it's still listening, buddy.
I don't think so.
They're always listening,
Scott. It's still listening.
Okay.
No, it's a real thing. And the thing is that
I pasted it for you in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks. It's one of those things where I've mentioned people that I haven't talked to my friend so and so. Like nobody said anything to Alexa. Hey, could you put ketchup on the shopping list? Something. It's like nobody. But like I remember. I think I told you this. I was like, man, I haven't talked to my friend, Jason Besky in years. And like the next time I sat down in front of my computer, pulled up Facebook, the first person that popped up in my feed is Jason Besky. Like who I haven't seen it, haven't seen a thing he posted in.
That's just coincidence.
Yeah, you say that, but like how when that shit just keeps happening.
Do you think if Facebook was spying on people, that would have come out by now? There's no way that would be still.
No, you know why? Because if somebody leaked that with the billions upon billions of dollars that they could lose, that person is floating in a river. They
just had a big leak. I mean, I don't know if you looked at any of that stuff. It's
yeah, but everybody, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of hand wringing. The people are like, oh no, but nobody's gonna stop watching.
Did you see the Oh, I know. Did you see the fact that they made the angry emoji worth like 5 extra points? In what do they call it? Engagement factors or whatever. So they would show you more often like angry topics.
Oh yeah.
To make you angry. So you get engaged.
Yeah. So
that's kind of fucked up.
I mean, not to okay. So
not the first private company that did shitty shit to the world. Maybe.
It's the first private company with 1 billion users.
Yeah, it is not. It is seriously not coincidence. It's like literally, it's something where it's like person.
There's no way. It must have been something else.
No, I don't believe it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever. You're not going to convince me. I'm not going to convince you.
You think Facebook's app is spying on you?
Yeah.
By your vocal cord, by what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't believe
if it's in your it's on your it's on your phone. You carry wherever you go.
Kabuki Cat said it's a coincidence. End of discussion.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's coincidence.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
Yeah. That's hey, what Ted Lasso say. That's the thing about coincidences. They just seem to happen.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be that.
I don't believe it. But anyway, that's fine.
Do you imagine the shitstorm they'd be in if they were secretly spying on your conversations? There'd be.
But how do you prove
it? They would be so over.
How would
There's so many people working there. Someone has written the algorithm to take your speech recognition.
Somebody
and
who
turn it into results.
Somebody who is making hand over fist FU money.
I'm telling you, it won't be that. It's not that.
Oh no. And the thing is that the sooner you realize the people that are in power have the ability to just make you freaking disappear if you really were a problem. Otherwise, they just discredit you and make you into a kook. And then they go. I mean, this woman who came forward and she's a whistleblower. I mean, it's just like, great, fine. What's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing is going to happen. Everybody's going to be like, really? Facebook does that? Well, I still want to see what people post as far as the recipes go. So it's just like they're going to give a shit. For example, a buddy of mine went on a rant, and I had to agree with him on a lot of things. That whole crazy thing in the NFL with what's his face getting fired because he sent all those emails back and forth that were like full of like
written.
Yeah, and like full of homophobic and racist shit, and it was just like, yeah, you're gone. See you later. Blah blah blah. And everybody's like, good, great. Get rid of the rotten trash. Take out the trash, right? And it's just like, and the thing is, people don't realize is that he still had like 7 years left on his 10 year.
Oh yeah, they have to buy out his contract.
Oh yeah, and anybody who doesn't believe that they were like, well, you could probably sue us and we could sue you and we could try to figure it out, but how about this? We just cut you a check for $20 million and you go away.
Call it a day.
Yeah, call it a day. And then he's like, I really prefer 30. And they probably said, would you take 28? Yeah, I'll take 28. It's just like, and then they shook hands and they walked away from each other. And
unfortunately, that's probably true.
And the owner the owner was furiously deleting emails the entire time through the conversation. But here's the kicker is that like they don't know who leaked those. They have no idea. It's just one of those things where it's like, and my buddy says the person that leaked those, it's like, since we don't know who did it, he's like, they're floating in the Chesapeake Bay. I mean, they figured out who did it and got rid of them. And it's just like,
I guarantee you it was probably someone in their IT department because all emails are publicly visible in an IT system.
Well, and that's fine. But here's the deal. The crazy thing about that is that like literally, like, are you trying to tell us with the tens of thousands of emails that went back like how many years? Like he was the only one like saying sketchy crap, and he was the only person that was doing any of that stuff. But the NFL has just said they fined the Redskins. They fined the Washington football team.
Yes.
$10 million. Dan Snyder can't control the team anymore, so now his wife controls the team. We're supposed to believe that he has nothing to do with it. Like it's like,
is that the owner?
Yeah, what's going on with the football, honey? I can't talk to you about it. It's like we're supposed to have some sort of belief that like if he stepped down, somebody else, like his wife, isn't like saying anything. And then the fact that like there isn't the like repeated people have said we want to see the rest of the emails and basically the commissioner said no, it's not, it's like you don't have any right to it. And it's like now they're trying to get like the house, like the American government is considering a possibility of like saying you got to make those public. And of course my buddy said the same thing. He's like there's no chance they're just going to he's like this is the absolute best chance that Deshaun Watson gets to come back and play in the NFL. Deshaun Watson has like a ton of sexual assault charges like that have been like many women have come forward to like say things about him, and right now he isn't playing, but they're talking about how he's going to get traded to another team and they would play him. And he's like, that's the NFL is hoping and praying that happens so something else can happen that would take the spotlight away from this thing.
Didn't something happen with that defensive player that used to play for the Seahawks? I can't remember his name.
I can't.
The Stanford grad. I think he's Stanford. He had some kind of weird like assault thing happen recently that
I'd have to. I mean, I can't. Nothing is popping into.
I'll find it. Hold on.
And you know what? My anecdotal evidence does outweigh all, Kabuki Kid. I don't need you stepping in and saying, "Yeah, whatever." I also, in that same listing of percentages of people that believe like they've lived in a haunted house at some point, or whatever. I saw that there was a thing in there where it said 28% of people believe that Bigfoot could have possibly existed or does exist. So I'm not alone.
Oh, we know you're not alone. We have special places for people. Now with the house thing, I don't know about haunting, but I've worked in a lot where you get a sense of them. There's a feeling in them. I worked in a lot of older ones. Well, there was that one funeral home, but you just get a vibe off them. The funeral home thing was weird. I knew a family that are friends with my family. They own the funeral home, Diamonds, and just having some issues with his roof. So my uncle went to help him out with it. He had a little kid. They lived in the funeral home, and the little kid was dragging me down to the bottom where they did the embalming and shit. I'm like, "Whoa, let's go a little slower here." Yeah, but I don't know about Bigfoot though, ladies. That's a little far fetched.
You're willing to believe it. You're willing to believe in some ghost peering in on you while you're taking a piss, but you're not going to.
No, I'm not. I didn't say I believed in ghosts. I just said you get a vibe off of houses, especially the older ones. Just being around dead people is a little creepy to me. That's the whole story. Funeral.
You're a little creepy to me.
So, you're not the only one.
What is it, Lance? You should do a watch along of the classic Soggy Bottom Bigfoot movie from the 70s. It's on Amazon Prime. Why would I want to watch that?
I had the entire sports world shocked.
Richard Sherman.
Who that?
That was like a weird. He had like 5 misdemeanor charges and.
Oh yeah, I mean they just
and
they just
playing.
Yeah, it's just it wasn't enough, man. I mean, it's just like it's like anything else. You mean if you are getting called out on the carpet, you're just hoping that it just doesn't stick, right? I mean, like that's what they just you're hoping that it just either there's a ruckus and it doesn't have enough gumption to stay, and people like and there isn't enough people that are going to come running out and like say anything else either. It's I don't know, it's weird. It's the world's different place, and it's leaving us behind. And some of us older people or whatever.
Some of us more than others, but yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's just I think that as I've gotten older, I've realized that the people with a lot of money will do anything to make sure they keep all that money. And I've also realized that people that have a lot of money and have a lot of power will likely do nearly anything to make sure that nothing ever impedes that. And especially giant billion-dollar corporations like the NFL. There is no way on earth they would ever let anybody like screw up what you're thinking. And if there's tons and tons and tons of emails and craziness in there, they would absolutely make those disappear. And which is whatever. It is what it is. Maybe someday we'll figure it out. We get to go behind the curtain.
Sure, one day, maybe.
So what are you looking forward to playing at the convention? Anything?
What am I looking forward to playing at BGGCon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd really love if there was a copy of Unfathomable there that we could play.
We have a copy of Untitled, but only one.
Well, we need to hide that in the secret special room so we can play that.
Did you see that FK did a 1-hour review of Too Many Bones?
No, I did not.
I guess it came out today.
A 1 hour, just a review?
1 hour. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think it's all the expansions.
Oh.
As well.
Okay.
That's the
I was going to say, that's pretty long for his format.
It is long.
It
is long.
Would you play Unfathomable there, Scott, at BGDCon? I mean, that's kind of a
maybe
long game to commit to.
Yeah, it's a long game.
I'm assuming it's going to be what, 3 hours?
I mean, here's the thing: there are very few, like scheduled events on BGD this year. There's no puzzle hunt. There's no game show. There's no screening of a movie. There's no special panel. It's going to be game.
Yeah.
So I should have the time.
Are you still having the charity thing?
Yeah, but that's all silent auction. I mean, it's already happening right now.
Oh.
The games are already listed on BGG.
Well, I'm assuming regulations, is that why? Or
it's the same as we've always done it. The auction in the fall is not the one that we do in the spring. It's not even, it's a flea, we call it a flea market or whatever, like spring cleaning.
Okay. No, I mean, this other stuff, is that just because of regulation or just no interest in it?
Well, we don't have the people doing the game show. We don't have the people doing the puzzle hunt coming, and we don't have think we only have like 2 special guests, maybe 3.
Okay.
And I don't think it's worth doing a panel. The panels have historically been under attended in anyway. It's not like Gen Con, right? Like where they get like 500 people showing up to a panel.
Right.
Only like maybe 20, 30 people. So it's like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Hold off a year. What's the infection rate in Texas? I thought we were on a downturn.
Are you?
I believe
Good.
so. Michelle
Good.
just told me about that. That was a high downturn.
Good for Texas.
Anyway, I think it'll be good. Everybody wears our masks, be fine.
You'll have a fun time. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I want to play The Hunger. I just got that in. That's a new Richard Garfield game that's like a little Clank like.
Mm.
I want to play Witchstone more.
Witchstone? Yeah, you
Witchstone. Oh. All right, it's a Minor Knizia game.
Yeah. You were talking about last week or the week before.
Yeah, I played it last week. I played it this weekend too. With we did a punch party to finish up all the games that came in from Essen, and we did it in record time. I mean, it's about 500 games less than we normally do.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We normally ship back like 1,000 games, but this year we only ship back like 200. So yeah, I want to play that. Boone Lake. We have a copy of Boone Lake. That's the new Fister game. Wouldn't mind to check that out. We have 1 copy of Arc Nova, which we may get a second, and that's hot. Gutenberg, I want to try. There's a game called Mille Fiore, which is another Reiner Knizia game which I want to play, which has been compared to Witchstone about making combos and stuff. So I want to give that a go.
Will this be?
I need to make a list.
You think this will be the most gaming you did at the DGG Con?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's no closing ceremonies either. So I don't have to spend 2 hours preparing for that.
Yeah.
Not that I really spent 2 hours, but it felt like 2 hours. Because I can't really schedule anything before that because I don't want to get stuck in something and then have to bail out on it. So I basically just stopped doing anything at 5 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't have to deal with that. What else? Should be good. I'm hoping to get some good games in. I think we're planning on playing Arkham on Thursday night.
Why, like the card
With
game?
Evan, right? With Evan.
Oh no, the full Arkham.
Either Eldritch or Arkham. Can't decide.
We should do Eldritch.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Arkham is a little.
Yeah, Arkham can. I mean, Eldritch can go on for a while too, but it definitely has an end. Like it will end.
Yeah.
Well, and Arkham just isn't a
accessible.
It's just Eldritch just is a much more streamlined feel.
For sure.
So
I might just pack up my copy of Arkham is this box that's this Eldritch is this big. All this shit in one box. Maybe I'll bring it.
Maybe. I haven't kept up with Eldritch. I should try it with an expansion, I guess.
Hey Scott, what wines do you drink? I quit drinking it, Kevin. No wines.
Just vodka.
Just straight vodka.
Straight vodka. And an IV of whiskey.
I had 1 glass of wine this year. I can remember that.
That's more than I had in this decade. Not a wine guy.
Yeah. I just cut it out.
Oh, I had a question. What do you guys think about these the employees and freelancers of Piazza going with a union? They're unionizing. I saw part of it, but not all of it. I guess you guys don't know about it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I don't know the whole story, but
I don't know the story either. Paizo, you're saying?
Yeah, the
So the employees are unionizing?
And freelancers. Piazza, the not Thunderstorm. Paizo, yeah. What was it? Wasn't Thunderstorm? What the hell was the name of it? Pathfinder. Couldn't remember. Pathfinder.
Yeah. What do I think about it?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
For them.
Union.
I mean, I don't know what that gains them. I guess more like I don't know. What does it gain you?
That's what I'm curious. Like I said, I didn't get into the whole thing. I believe part of it was I wanted to mention it with Matt on, but I knew Anthony wanted to get going, and then I forgot about it. Part of it was like certain benefits for freelancers. From my understanding, a lot of it wasn't really financial. It was a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Sure. I mean, I guess it would be interesting to know why.
Yeah, like I said, I was watching it on, who was it? Shelf Story had a couple people on it. One, and I started to get into it, and then I had to do something. I only saw like 15 or 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, being a former union employee and a former fucking union rep for that matter, very short time, but still, to me, you gotta have a pretty. There's some shitty shit going on if your employees want to form a union. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. But in the other hand, I can see
it's 30 people, 30 plus. It says
30. It's a small union. Yeah,
small union.
I mean, they only have like.
I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't know what the deal is, but like, couldn't Paizo just like say, okay, you're all fired, rehire for 30 different people? I mean, I know that's shitty, but like, if they get put under this pressure, I don't know.
Yeah,
like I don't know what unions I really am ignorant on it all.
The bank that I worked at, they had a grounds for dismissal was and I don't know how legal this was, but if somebody in management heard you talking about a union or unionizing, it was grounds for dismissal. Like that was
at the bank.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, yeah, like because somebody said, oh, we can form a union, and he was like, I don't want to say that too loud. And why? And he showed like some like management handbook that said.
I believe that depends.
I mean, if it was such a shit place to work, like, and you had to have a union, I guess. If I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak with my ignorance.
Yeah, neither do I.
But good for the workers.
Well, yeah, but like you said, I mean, they'd have to be indispensable, right? I mean, they'd have to like it would be like literally one of those things where it's like, oh well, without you, 30 people, like we would be a non-functioning company, and we would go bankrupt without you working here.
Yeah.
It says the Paizo workers, internal conversation among Paizo workers have uncovered a pattern of inconsistent hiring practices, pay inequity, allegations of verbal abuse from executives and management, and allegations of harassment ignored or covered up by those at the top. These findings have further galvanized the need for clearer policies and stronger employee protections to ensure that Paizo staff can feel secure in their employment.
Oh, who knew? Bosses are jerks.
Sure. Yeah,
especially if there's harassment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are anybody gonna do? I mean, we'll wrap up here, but anybody doing anything for Halloween other than just maybe handing out some candy and staying?
Watch some Dallas Cowboys play against the Minnesota Vikings.
Watch us get our hats
we've had a team in the past like 15 years that I can remember.
Of course, Dak gets healthy just in time. But,
he's been healthy all season.
He missed 2 games.
No, he didn't. He's played all the games. No, he hasn't.
I thought he missed a game.
No.
Or 2.
He's played every game since the opener.
Hmm.
I gotta watch the Empty Man.
Maybe we can put him down, bounce him off the chair for a little bit.
Yeah.
Bounce him off the chair.
Every time he runs, man, I hold my breath. I'm like, oh no. Did you see that? There was, oh gosh, who was it? Some new quarterback ran and then like a head-to-headed. I mean, he hit his head into the defensive player, so it wasn't a defensive impact.
I saw
he
that.
got knocked for a concussion and he like stumbling and I just hate that.
Yeah, he's been playing lights out.
Kevin is doing full-size candy bars because they get so few kids.
I have told people the story, but I'll just say it again: is that they
both lose.
That far away from me, the chainsaw wielding maniac is the bowl of crummy candy. And there's a big sign that says full-size candy bars here, only take one. And so if they have the guts,
you sitting in the mask and all that.
Yeah, me sitting there in the chair. I do that every year, man. I didn't do it last year because of COVID. But the insano chainsaw wielding man with the bloody overalls will be once again propped up in his chair, and then with a bowl full of full-sized candy bars, just and then the bowl in front of like way down is like full of crummy like Necco wafers and Sicklets and just garbage candy.
What are those orange?
Wax the wax paper caramels. Peanut butter, the wax paper peanut butter caramel things.
Those things are gross.
Yeah,
we don't have any kids in our neighborhood, so we will not get any trick or treating.
And then I only, like I said,
we live on the edge of a highway. There won't be any foot traffic. You can't get in here.
The chainsaw is a professional movie prop, and it's like, so it isn't real, but it's like you turn it on and it sounds like it makes a lot of noise.
It makes the sounds.
Yeah, it makes a ton of noise, and so and then like as I said, I have a full mask that you can't see my eyes or anything, and I have a.
It's definitely nightmare fuel.
Oh no, yeah, I cover up. And so you can't see any flesh anywhere, and then the kids argue whether or not
I'm real. A dummy.
Yeah, I look like I'm just sitting there, and they're always like, "That's not real. That's not real. It's not real. Go get a candy bar. Go get a candy bar."
I don't believe it, Lance. I don't believe you can keep quiet long enough to do it.
Oh no, I do. And then every third or fourth kid, I'll stare. Oh! Or if they
go running.
Oh yeah, and I always the parents think it's hilarious. If it's little kids, I won't do anything. I don't want to. But if it's like a 3-year, if it's like a 4-year-old girl wearing her, like her little fairy outfit, and just like creeping forward.
Nice,
I'm nice. I reached out and pick up a candy bar, and I very slowly like hand it off to him like Lurch.
Did I ever show you the video of when I wore the big baby head and like I would run at the door?
No, you never.
Oh my god, I scared the crap out of some. I mean, they were shitting themselves, man. I felt terrible. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
So have you seen those masks with the giant heads? They're scary as fuck. Yeah. They're super scary. Like it was in an area where Michelle and I would scare each other regularly with the things. Like she would walk into my, because I'm working on it, like walk in my office and I see like the giant baby head. I wonder if that made the move. I don't know if I did. Might have tossed it.
I made props for my uncle's yard one year, and there was these heads on spikes that I made out of styrofoam heads and all that.
Right.
And me and Jen were in the apartment when I was making it. It was only a 2-room apartment. It was a 1 room and then the bedroom. Yeah. So I had the head of spike leaning against the wall, drying after I got it painted, and she scared the shit out of her. She woke me up and started swinging at me. You hit me, slapping me. She's like, "Why would you do that to me?" She thought I purposely tried to do it. Terrified her.
People need a good scare.
I found the mask if you want to see it.
Yeah.
Go load. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, I remember that one. I think
when you see a full-size person wearing, like an adult-sized man coming at you, like, and I put my, I wear my complete solid black hoodie, black pants, and then this giant baby head, and it's like, oh yeah, it's scary.
The kids and Michelle, or just the kids?
Oh, I scared Michelle with it many times. Hey, you get this at Walmart. $15.
$15.
That is unpleasant.
It is. It's super unpleasant. And in reality, it's way worse. Like, it's just disturbing. Super well done. Gosh, I wish I could find it. I mean, here's the thing. No one's coming over.
Yeah.
They're not anymore.
They don't like
you. We live at the end of a dead end that's in a neighborhood with a gate, and you cannot get in here. I mean, if you get in here and you walk, like, there's no way. You just can't get in. Unless you climb a fence, which who's going to do
that? Zombies
and Bigfoot.
Bigfoot will just knock the gate down. And just.
I'm gonna give. We're not gonna be here. I'm gonna be in Fort Wilderness for dinner, I think. But I'm gonna give. There's only a handful of kids here anyway. I'm gonna give them a little bag before I leave. But yeah, usually we don't get a lot here.
When we first moved into our first house, we would get like 100, 150 kids.
That many, wow.
And then the grumps in that neighborhood kept people out. I hated that. I was like, I don't want
damn grumps.
I don't want to participate in this in any way. That keeps kids out of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Bunch of grumps.
Oh, Gragnar's like
those grumps. Like, seriously, one night a year, you can't tolerate having people from not this neighborhood walking through our neighborhood.
You never know, man.
They don't remember their childhood.
Did I ever show you? I don't know if I ever showed you guys my picture of me dressed up as the Pink Panther.
I don't recall that.
When I was a kid. Let me see if I can find it. I remember when people used to have Halloween parties. Remember that?
Yeah. I think they still do. Well, maybe not this year.
Well, maybe not this year.
But I think it's more adults than kids anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some killer Halloween parties, man. I remember one where my old boss he passed out in my garden.
Passed out.
I've got a picture of him laying on the ground.
Leverage. I like these guys.
There was I had like a full bar, like the bar was just like stop. It was like a bar built into, it was built in, and it was fully stocked. And these guys came over, and I'm like, they never drink, like my coworkers. So they just went nuts and ended up ridiculously drunk, passing out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get in trouble. But yeah, it was bad. All right, here we go. You ready?
All right, for little.
This is an award-winning photo. My dad, my neighbors used to take pictures of all the kids in the neighborhood, and my dad submitted the photo to a contest and won. Ready?
Here we go. Oh, look at
that's me, obviously.
Yeah, blonde hair.
What happened? I know I had white hair growing up, blonde hair.
So did I. When I was really young.
This was an award-winning. What was the contest for?
Just photographs. Man, thanks for taking away my fame as a child, Lance.
What the fuck, Lance?
Yeah. Well, so the interesting story. So this was my neighbor.
Okay.
And she moved away, and her brother moved away. They were 2 houses down, and they were like my best friends.
I was waiting for you to do a Paul Harvey, and she later grew up to be Barbara Streisand.
It's funny, her name was Barb.
No, there you go.
Called her Barbie.
She's a little younger.
So she moved away when I was like, I want to say like 10 or 11 or something like that. And I was devastated because these were like my best friends right in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And they moved to another city, which it had to be a million miles away, right? When you don't have a car, the next city over, even though it's like a 5-minute drive, is a million miles away as a kid, right? Because you can't go. Anyway, so she emailed me last year, I think, no, 2 years ago, saying she read an article about me, and she's like, "Is that my old neighbor, my kid, that little kid I grew up with?" And we caught up, and like we went back and forth, and she has like 5 kids, and so I sent all her kids games. But it was nice to catch up after all those years. She still remembered. I still remembered her.
That's cool.
It was fun.
It'd be a better story if you said, "Is that really the?" You know, it's like, "Are you really?" It's like, don't ever contact me again. Just click.
No, it was really nice because I caught up with her. I mean, you know, it was like my best friends. It's weird because she contacted me, but the brother didn't. I was better friends with her brother. But apparently she told me, she goes, "I was always so jealous of you guys because you would play with all the fun toys and get all the, you know, the fun stuff. And I would get like Barbie and like the girl stuff, you know, like what would she call it? Fashion kits. There was some kind of thing called a fashion kit. Do you guys remember that? I don't know. Some kind of kid. Like definitely a gendered toy for a kid, you know. Anyway. She goes, "You guys will get all the electronic sets and stuff and the chemistry sets," and I was always jealous. And I'm like, "Really? You were jealous?" I had no idea. But
I still remember going
with a childhood friend.
I still remember the day that I was at Barnes and Noble, and my like 5-year-old daughter walked up to me with a book because I was like, "You can get one book," and my daughter was, when she was younger, was really into dinosaurs. You know, just like that was super cool. And she handed me a book, and it was The Boys' Big Book of Dinosaurs. And I was just
The Boys' Big Book of Dinosaurs.
The Boys' Big Book of Dinosaurs, because you know, girls can't.
Why would girls be interested in that?
Yeah, I was like, so of course, feeling snarky, I walked over to because there's that one person that's helpful in that area or whatever, and I said, "Hi," and she's like, "Oh, hey, did you find anything?" "No, actually, no." I said, "My daughter here really likes dinosaurs, and we were wondering where the girls' Big Book of Dinosaurs are." And then she had this look on her face like, "Oh, well, I don't think they make that, but we have lots of other." I was like, "Well, why don't they make that?" "Well, I don't know. I mean, we just have the books." And I was like, "Well, why would you?"
Look, I don't make them. I just sell them.
Yeah. And then I said, "So why does your company purchase things like this that are gender specific?" And then she got all like, it's like, "I can give you an email address that you could send if you have any like complaints about."
Why would you put the fucking poor cashier on the spot like that in front of your kid?
I don't know.
She can't do nothing.
I was feeling feisty and angry, and the world has changed one person at a time. That's why. So what do you got to say to that?
You're going to change the cashier from saying,
maybe
just put me on the spot in front of this kid.
It wasn't a cashier. It was the lady that was in charge of the kids area of the place. So yeah. Anyway.
Those were the days. Trick-or-treating.
I forgot about the
a pillowcase sack.
I had a pillowcase. I had a pillowcase with another pillowcase in it for extra strength.
Doubles.
So you
it broke.
And then my mother would take safety pins and put them together. So there was I had an orange pillowcase that I took it was like this big giant orange pillowcase, and we'd weigh it when I got home. I remember like it was like you brought home 14 pounds of candy, and I was just like, then you
sort your candy.
Oh, you have to sort it. You have to know how many
count how many peanut butter cups you have or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then any Milky Way or Almond Joy. No, Almond Joys and Mounds. My mom loved coconuts, so I was just like, "You can have all this crap. See you later." It's like, why would you ever give a kid a coconut candy bar? They're never gonna like that ever.
I got lucky. My grown-up tax was always the ones that I didn't like them, the old-fashioned ones. Except for my grandfather, he always got the fucking Reese's cups before me, and the Snickers. We would fight.
Yeah, I can take a Leaf Snickers. I don't know why everybody says Snickers is always the number one selling candy bar, but I can just take your Leaf Snickers. I mean, I'll have them on occasion.
What's your favorite candy bar?
Oh, peanut butter cup, duh.
Yeah, it's mine. Mine's second.
like Snickers.
Snickers. I like them frozen. The bite-sized ones.
Frozen Snickers.
Yeah,
Oh,
the bite-sized ones frozen.
Frozen peanut butter cup is. Oh my gosh, it is the bomb, man. Just and like you have to throw them in like a deep freeze, so they're almost like like chip
rocks.
your teeth, like rocks, and then you just it's almost like a hard candy, yeah,
like a popsicle.
Yeah. I prefer popsicle. Reese's myself. I've had other ones.
I like Reese's, but I always eat Reese's too quickly. Here's a question: do you eat it, and how many bites does it take to finish a Reese's for you?
Depends
on what mood 2, 3.
Depends on the size.
That's why you freeze them so they last longer. You seem to think like I
Mars bar is my favorite candy bar.
Mars bars.
Can't get them here though. Can't get them here in the States that easily. The UK Mars bar, not the one you're thinking of.
Well,
it's basically a Milky Way, but it's a little different than a Milky Way.
So here's the candy bar that you can't get, but I get, and then we got to get going. So I'm falling asleep. You can't. They used to be called the Marathon Bar, and
was that the one that was like twisty?
Yeah, twisty
and caramel
and caramel chocolate. With milk chocolate on it. Yeah. But you can get them. They're called Curly Whirly bars.
Like this long.
Yeah, but you have to order them. They're made by Cadbury. Yeah, they're called Curly Whirlies. And like
I think you can still buy marathons, can't you?
No, you can't. So you gotta get a Curly Whirly bar, and like you can order them off Amazon. They get them like there's just companies that import United Kingdom candies because they're made in England. They're called Curly Whirlies. They're really good.
Kabuki, the U.S. Mars bar is disgusting. Although she's gonna like them.
That's my favorite one.
That's my favorite.
I'm a UK Mars bar. Anytime we go to the UK and I fly back, I always grab one of those like sacks of mini Mars bars.
She's pushing her glasses up.
Mars are superior.
Yeah, Mars bars are superior. Trying to tell us how things are.
Sound familiar, Liz?
I don't know.
No. Yeah, Mars bar is like it's milk chocolate with nougat and caramel. So it's similar to a Milky Way, but like different in some way, and I can't tell why, but it's way better for me than the Milky Way. It seriously is my favorite, the old Mars bar. Well,
oh, that's just true.
That's why they made it. Some people liked it.
Yeah. Well, our taste has changed. I think as Americans, we want much more sweeter things nowadays than we did 40 years ago. Yeah, 30 years ago.
I like peppermint patties too.
They're not bad.
No.
Peppermint patties?
Like a York.
Yeah, peppermint patty.
I do like them, yeah. Once in a while I do.
But when you get the big ones, it's too much. Because it's like it's a lot of mint.
It's
I like the little minis, the mini ones.
Yeah.
C's. Oh my gosh, C's caramels. Now you're making me hungry. Because they opened a C's down in the mall down here, and I didn't know it was there.
I don't know what that is.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
It's like it's candy that's in a box, like with the papers and stuff. You get
like a Whitman's. Okay.
It's like a Whitman's, but way better.
Okay.
They make my favorite caramel, I think, and then they make toffee covered chocolate covered toffees that are like little squares,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Huh. If you say so.
If you say so.
What was Charleston Chew? Was that a
horrible? Is what they are.
Kevin
Charles wasn't that
Boogie likes them.
Wasn't that cart with that hard caramel?
Yeah, she pushes the glasses up on
Charleston Chews and American Mars bars. Ooh.
I still remember one time
I like peanut chews.
I still remember one day my daughter, like this is like 3 years ago, like said to me like, "Oh, Charleston Chews, those are the best." I was like, "No, they aren't." And she's like, "No, they're great." I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'll buy you a king-sized one." "Really?" "Yeah, but you're gonna eat every bite of it." "Okay." And then she got it and she was like, "Oh, that doesn't taste good." That is what I was like, "You're gonna eat it though."
Which one?
The Charleston Chew. It was
What's wrong?
horrible.
What's wrong with the Charleston Chew?
It's horrible.
It's marshmallow.
But I think it's the chocolate on it. Just
the chocolate
garbage.
is like substandard.
The chocolate is garbage, and yeah, no.
Do you like Payday?
Payday's okay though. Okay. I get sick of them pretty quick. I mean, it's like I'll eat one. You know, it's like okay, peanuts are good, caramel's good. I don't know what is this whole like Three Musketeers. They're fine, but I mean, it's like why if I had a choice between a Three Musketeers or a Milky Way, why don't I take the Milky Way? Because Milky Way has the caramel. You know, I mean, like, have you ever like bit into a candy bar and you're so excited, and then when you bite into it, you realize it's stale. Like the
worst.
Yeah, or like you're like, oh, a peanut butter cup, and you're like, and you bite into it, and you realize that like the chocolate has gone
dried
off. It's dry, and I still can remember like finding an old Three Musketeers bar, like like, oh my gosh, where has this been hiding in the snack cabinet forever? Ripping it open and taking a bite, you're just so excited, and you bite it and you're like, it's just like complete 180 of like huzzah, and then
it's the one with it's like peanut Butterfinger. That's
Butterfinger,
yeah, peanut butter chocolate. I like the Butterfinger crisp, I think it's called.
My son,
I like those.
My son loves the Butterfinger.
Yes, Warren Buffett owns these candies, by the way, or he's an investor.
No one better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Does he actually own the company, Kevin?
I don't think I ever heard. It must be a Midwestern thing.
I thought it was only in California and West Coast, but they have one here in Texas, Dallas.
Yeah, never heard of it.
What is
yeah, well,
what great chocolate candies from Halloween, but I think we've covered most of them.
Yeah, I mean the other ones are
forgot really about candy corn, the most
garbage. The only things we haven't really mentioned, I mean, like you'll get those people that give out Twizzlers, which I'm like, who cares?
Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls are like, and the Tootsie Rolls are the cheap. Those are the cheap people, right? It's like,
you get like one Tootsie Roll.
I can get a bag. I can get a bag of tiny Tootsie Rolls for $5, and there's 100 of them in here. It's like, gee, thanks. It's like, are you sure this is all for me? I don't have to split this with anybody.
Or a single caramel wrapped in plastic.
Oh yeah,
caramel cubes.
Yeah.
Or you'll get the those cheap ass Jawbreakers. They're just like
just like a single Jawbreaker,
and then like I'm all excited thinking it might be bubble gum, which would be at least somewhat cool, but no, it's a crummy little Jawbreaker
or a single double bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or those packets that have 2 Starbursts in them.
Double, yeah.
It's like
like what?
Who on earth wants 2 Starbursts and that's all they want? It's just like, give me 20 of these. I'll see you later. I mean, I just
great.
You like Smarties?
What?
Smarties?
I hate Smarties. I'm not a sour candy guy.
Yeah,
I like Smarties.
I do like Sour Pouch Kids once in a while.
Or the other thing that drives me crazy is well, what's like actually like my jam that I love is Starburst jelly beans.
Never heard of those.
Oh, next time you're at next time you're buying groceries, just trust me.
I never buy groceries.
No, you get your groceries delivered to you, right?
Yeah, we do.
See if the store you have has Starburst jelly beans and buy a bag.
I've never heard of them.
Oh my gosh,
I have.
They're so good.
I've had them at Easter. Yeah, I'm not huge on Starburst though. Or Jolly Ranchers.
Starburst jelly beans are the jam. And oh, Now and Laters. I like Now and Laters.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Now and Laters good. All right, I gotta go to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody have a safe and happy Halloween. Sorry we didn't have any really good ghost stories. I was thinking about telling a few, but whatever. You know what? Believe in ghosts, don't believe in ghosts. I think the idea that ghosts watch us all day long is kind of creepy. You'd hope they have something better to do. But what are you gonna do? Oh.
So you think it's like that movie with Nicolas Cage?
Which one?
Oh, that was Angels.
That was
Angels in America. No, what was the name of that movie? With Meg Ryan.
Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I think it's a 90s movie with Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage. He was an angel.
And he was just watching her the entire time.
He's watching her and then he falls or whatever they call it, and then becomes mortal.
Yeah, because he
falls in love with her.
Because he falls in love with her and he decides to become human or whatever. And yeah.
But there's a cool scene where all the angels are watching all the people, right? And there's like 50 angels in a scene, and like the people are just doing whatever. I think it was at the beach or something. I think it was a scene like that. City of Angels.
And then he has that moment where because he's at the beach and all the angels and because he knows they're watching him and then he runs into the ocean to feel the water and he says, "You might have immortality, but you'll never know how good this feels."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did see that. Yeah.
But it's weird because all the angels are watching the people and they can't see the other. Yeah. It was pretty cheesy, but I liked it.
Nicolas Cage, baby.
Yeah.
I like Nicolas Cage, except for maybe the last 3 or 4 or 5, 6 movies.
All right, hang out for 30 seconds because I want to rant.